Yeah, hey, this is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Happy Thursday, y'all. Come on in, sit down, and let's get this show started. I'm going to start out with some positive vibes, and you know what happens from there. All right, let's go to our audio library because you know it's going to be a what?
Step one, wake up early, gon' rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
What?
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, yo. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, yo. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison they ride. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost.
What?
Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken. I got patience. One day at a time, it's how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, we're gonna ride the sun.
Hey, Shirley. Good morning.
Good morning to you too.
You know what, Siri? Nobody asked for Siri to come in. But all right, I'll take that. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Val. We are waiting for people to join. We have a slow crawl this morning, but that's okay. We like we like slow crawls, all right? We like slow crawls. Come on in. Happy Thursday. You know, I was on TikTok, right? And hey, Ohu, good morning. I was on TikTok playing, I do Coffee with Friends and music on TikTok at 7:30 in the morning. And I hang out with them, play some music, make my coffee, have some small talks, try to spread some love, And a guy on there said, somebody asked me on there if I date white boys, if I like white boys. And I said, boys, no. No. I'm too old to even have a boy. Like, for somebody to even reference boy, right? So I said, okay, man, if you're talking about do I like white men? I don't know. I mean, I don't dislike white men to date. Hey, Tor in the AFC. Yes, I was on TikTok. I'm on TikTok every morning. Hey, Red Fox, that's a new face. You love me? Yes, let's have a peaceful day, Red Fox. Thank you for joining. And I said, I don't dislike white men, right? I never dated a white man. I almost did, right? But one of my fears with dating a white guy is that when we get into an argument, like if if the argument goes to a place and he says something, like called me out my name or something like that, I don't know if I would take it extra personal. I don't know. I don't know how that would look, right? But either, listen, I'm open to dating other cultures, right? I'm not closed-minded. And then this other guy said, well, I could tell by the way you look that you never dated a white man before. And I said, by the way I look, he said he sees my pictures. He went through my pictures and he could tell by the way I look that I never dated a white man. So I said, what does that look like? What does that look like? Like you could look at me and tell that I never dated a white man before. Like, what does that look like? And then I had to jump on Coffee with Friends, so I couldn't deep dive with that with the gentleman. And so I really want to know what y'all think that looks like. Oh, I'm with you. Like who you like. I'm with you. I'm definitely with you, right? I wasn't always like that, Uhu. I had like populations of people that I wouldn't date, not whole like races and cultures, but like a population of people like types that I wouldn't date. Now I'm open-minded to, whatever. I'm open-minded based on chemistry, right? How we connect, right? That's where I'm going now. So I don't know. I never dated a white man, but he said I look like I never dated a white man. And someone else said that's a compliment. And I don't know what that means. What do y'all think that means? What do y'all think that means? Tori in the AFC South said, I've never dated a white woman. I have had a few one-night stands with white women back in the day. Wait a minute. Okay, so let me rephrase. Based on AFC South's comment, let me go back and rephrase my statement, right? I've never dated a white man and I never fucked a white man. Okay, because AFC make it sound, I was trying to say, when I said I never dated a white man, that meant fucked together. But AFC separated when he said he never dated a white woman, but he has had one night stands with them. So if you slept with white women, but you never had a white woman as your girlfriend, okay? I'm not the fuck judging. All right. Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Hillbilly. Angel said, listen, in my younger days, I didn't discriminate. I regulated every shade of ass. You know what? I just love y'all. Because y'all just come on this show and y'all say whatever the fuck y'all want to say. Like Angel is like, fuck it. I didn't give a fuck what color you were. I was waxing ass. Okay. Again, I'm not judging. All right. This is a safe place. I might laugh at your ass. I might scratch my head. I might be in total confusion. But I'm trying not to fucking judge now. What the fuck? Some shit is hard, but I got my cup to remind me. All right. Hillbilly, you choose based on personality. That's cool. That's me now. That's the adult version of me. The childish version of me was I was picking based on looks and shit. And those good looking men was trash. Not to say the ugly ones are better. I'm just saying that the ones that I picked happen to have been good looking and trash. Valerie said, well, I've dated an Italian guy in high school. He was and still is so gorgeous, just beautiful. He's married with kids now. Now, see, that might be something. Now, see, the one guy I almost dated, the one white man I almost dated, he was Italian. And I guess because he was kind of close to being black, them, they like kind of close. And their culture is so sexy. Shit. I was like, maybe I'll get to go to Italy and shit and eat some real pasta. What the fuck? But I couldn't do it, y'all. I wasn't ready. Red Fox said white men are not highly sex driven, meaning you'll never get the bodily results as you would a black guy would give you. Now, Red Fox, I never been with no white guy, but I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna agree. I don't give a damn. Who gonna fight me? I never been with a white man, But I'm going to say these black brothers out here be bodying, okay? I mean, I'm not saying I'm out there getting bodied. Oh, said I slept with 2 white guys, 6 Mexicans, and I think 34 black guys. I lost count. Wait a minute. Fucking Uhu. Uhu said I slept with 2 white guys, 6 Mexicans. I think 34 black guys. I lost count. I'm fucking dead, y'all. I'm fucking dead. Not the 6 Mexicans. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Oh, she meant 24 black guys, but you lost count. So 24, 34 at this fucking point. Oh, and 2 females. So you slept with 2 white guys, 6 Mexicans, 24 black guys, and 2 females. And you kept count like that? Johnny Leon, you just missed Uhu's body count. I love it. Good morning, Theo. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So back to Red Fox's comment. Red Fox said white men are not highly sex driven. I got to show that on the screen because I need to hang there for a minute. White men are not highly sex driven. Who on here is going to attest to that? All right. White men are not highly sex driven, meaning you'll never get the bodily results as you would a black, as would a black guy would give you. What do y'all say to that? I'm agreeing, and I ain't never been with no white man. But for some of y'all that have been with the 2 white guys and the 6 Mexicans and the this and the that, y'all can answer this. All right, the fuck? Me, she said, I had a white man and he was open-minded, but those were some of the sweetest kisses I've ever had. Wow. Really, Mishi? I like sweet kisses. I'm such a girly girl. Like I love little kisses. I love, lovey talk. Like, tell me you miss me. Tell me you need me. Tell me you want to see me. Tell me how good I feel, how good I look. I need words of affirmation from my man, and sweet kisses. I love that. Oh, said I disagree. Which part you disagree with? The black men body? Oh, well, Uhu disagrees, Red Fox. Uhu disagrees. Uhu, why do you disagree? Red Fox is new to the show. So he don't know why you disagree. I got a feeling why you disagree. Okay? And I understand why you might disagree that with your current situation. But give us a reason, Uhu, why you feel that the statement Red Fox made, you don't agree with. All right. Because Angel said at Red Fox, I agree. That's one of the reasons I now only date black men. So Uhu disagrees. Angel agrees. I agree. I love it. Your perspective is not mine. Your reality is not mine. This is where we get to share our perspectives. Hey, Glamour47. You know what? I'm going to let y'all marinate in this. Keep the comments coming on this. Good morning, Pat. I'm going to go and I'm going to read the positive thought just to get that in the air because we need to start out always with positive thought. And before I even start out with that, I know positive thought, but today is 420, y'all. Today is 420. All right. So for all of those that celebrate 420, oh my God, I should get dressed and go to the city. What am I doing? I should get dressed and go to the city tonight. I might do that. I know they celebrating down in that village, 420. Who's celebrating 420? In the meantime, I'm going to read 420 positive vibes. It don't match the day of celebration, but we're going to read it anyway. 420. Until today, Ayanla Vonzant. I am willing to acknowledge a little girl needs a father to help her grow into a woman. Now, everything we read here, your perspective is not someone else's perspective. So be open-minded. Little girls need a big, strong daddy to hold them, protect them, and to let them know that they matter to him. Why did I giggle when I read the first sentence? Little girls need a big, strong daddy to hold them. I went to a whole nother place. They need a daddy who will talk to them, listen to them, who will speak up for them and teach them how to speak up for themselves. Little girls need a daddy that they can depend on and put their trust in. They need a daddy who will discipline them, instruct them, and trust them to make decisions on their own. They need a daddy to tell them they are pretty, to demonstrate that they are valuable, to teach them that they are worthy, to acknowledge that they deserve respect. Little girls need a daddy to teach them what to expect from men. Unfortunately, some daddies do not know how to give little girls what they need. They may want to even try to, but somehow they never seem to get just what it is that little girls need from them. As a result, some little girls grow up searching for the daddy they believe they never had. Baby, my baby daddy looked like my father. Okay. Some little girls grow up full of regret, sadness, fear, and sometimes anger, believing they will never get the things they need and wanted from daddy. Sometimes this is how we end up in bad relationships, right? All little girls have a heavenly Father who understands them, loves them, values them, and knows their every need. The heavenly Father has always protected, spoken to, listened to, and spoken on behalf of his earthly daughters. The heavenly Father has always and will always be there to comfort, protect, provide for his little girls because he knows, sometimes better than they do, just how precious they are to him in the world. Whatever you believe in, whether it's African spirituality or nothing or something else, right? Use these words and apply them to your life however you need. Until today, you may have believed that you missed out on a good relationship with your heavenly Father. With your earthly father, with your earthly father. Just for today, be devoted to spending some time in sharing your thoughts with your heavenly Father, or meditate, or whatever it is, right? If you do, you'll feel a lot better about the Father you had here on earth. Right? Working through our issues. It almost reminds me of the book that we're reading, It Didn't Start With You, how to repair our relationships with our parents and how to accept them for who they are, right? Even when we know they'll never be what we need them to be, right? They are who they are. And sometimes they are like that based on their own traumas, right? Today, I am devoted to spending some time and sharing some thoughts with my daddy. Meditate, pray. I don't know, right? But there's a lot of people out here with daddy issues, and we got to work through them. We got to work through them because those type of issues creep into your adult relationships. All right, so I wanted to get the positive thought out there because we read the positive thought at all times on this show, right? We start out with the positive thought, in the midst of the small talk. But back to the show and back to the comment at hand. White men, right? And Red Fox's comment. Who said maybe little, you said, who said smoke one for me. So 420, who said smoke one for her. Who said maybe little girls need a daddy, but daddy didn't have their daddy growing up. Now, that's what I'm saying. Great point, Uhu. But growing up as a child, you don't understand that. Like for so many years, I didn't like my dad, right? I had a relationship with him, but not that I didn't like him. I was disappointed in him, right? Because I felt like he could have given more. He could have did more, right? And he actually had both of his parents. He had his mother and his father, but he had his own set of issues, right? That I learned to understand as I got older. And I accepted it. And once I accepted him for who he was, I was no longer sitting in that disappointment space, that resentful space. That's a great point. AFC South says, I had a white woman give me the keys to her car in college at a bar club and make sure we went to we went to her spot after the club. Valerie said, but his father didn't approve. threatened to cut him. Wait a minute, let me go. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the white guy you dated in high school, Valerie? You said, but his father didn't approve. Threatened to cut him out of inheritance. The mother liked me. His father is a doctor and they had a private jet and used to go to Sicily every summer. To Sicily, and he didn't like black folks? Wow. I mean, I'm not completely surprised. See, that's the other shit. That's the other dynamic that comes in for me. When you're dating this white man, you got to worry about when he bring you home to see. My family don't give a fuck what color you date. My family is cool as shit. They don't care if your man been in jail and he free now. They don't care if he orange. They don't care about none of that shit. But other families do. And so imagine a white man bringing me home. I'm blackety black, the black, not in skin color, but in my vibe, in my anything I do. Everything I do is blackety black, right? And so imagine bringing me home to a white family and they're not really vibing with my culture, right? Maybe he loves it, but what about them? Like I couldn't be with a man. And I know some people be like, fuck the family, but it's hard to be with somebody when, the core family members don't like your ass. Like their mother and their father, or, that's hard, right? Because holidays get hard. Everything gets hard. Planning your wedding gets hard. It's just hard. Them being grandparents, if you're young enough to have kids, all of that becomes hard. All right. And so for me, everything when you date outside your race, I need to know what the family is like. I need to know that we cool. I don't know. It's a lot. So Valerie, right. He liked you, but the father didn't. Cheryl Lee said European and Western white men are two different types as well, in my opinion. I want to agree, Cheryl Lee. That's why I was like, what? I want to agree, Cheryl Lee. European and Western white men are different types in your opinion. And I'm throwing my opinion in your opinion hat. I'm with you on that. Okay. Valerie said, I don't think I could do a Mexican. No shade. But wait. I never had a Mexican. I had a Puerto Rican. And baby, let me tell you about this Puerto Rican I had, right? I was 18, right? My baby daddy was, he was crackhead. So he was like everywhere but home. And so I was like I was a single mom. And so I started dating this Puerto Rican guy, right? And we were vibing, right? We had a real good thing going. And this, I cheated. I cheated on him. But I was 18. Like, for real, like, are you supposed to be settling down and being with one person at 18? No, this is when you're supposed to sow your oats, right? And so I cheated on him, and this motherfucker found out. How he found out? Because this motherfucker, now he lived in Queens. Okay? This motherfucker got on the train and came all the way. No. I lived we both lived in Queens. How stupid am I? I lived in Springfield Gardens and he lived like in, I don't know right now, on another part of Queens. But he had to take a couple of trains to get to me, okay? And so he took his trains and whatever, and buses to get to me and surprised me. Popped up at my house and I was there chilling with another dude. As many sorries as I said to this motherfucker, this Puerto Rican guy, he never forgave me. He was like, nope. He never forgave me, not one bit. Good morning, protagonist. I was like, damn, like, you're not going to give a sister a pass? He was like, nope. That was it. He cut me off and he never contacted me again. I remember that shit. That was the one and only Puerto Rican I dated. Then there was a Puerto Rican courting me at one time, and he's a correction officer. And his story was him and his wife was separated, but he's living in the basement of the same house that the wife lived in. I was like, for real? No. I didn't want no parts of it. It was stupid. Because why you living? You and your wife are separated. Like, for real, does she really know you out on this date with me? Like, these are the kind of things men tell you. Oh, we're separated and I live in the basement. She lives upstairs. For real? Cheryl, Valerie's, I read that. Johnny Hill, good morning. Wait, it's Thursday. You got a meeting that started at 7 a.m. Johnny said, I never been with a white man. All right, but guys, what time is it? 8:28. I want to throw a topic out in the hat. Angel, are you still on here? I want to throw a topic out in the hat, right? So yesterday I posted something on social media, right? On IG, Brother Husband. I didn't know it was a show at the time. It's a clip that I saw on TikTok of a woman that has 3 boyfriends, right? And so I was amazed. I was like, wait, what? The third guy was coming in, and the 2 guys were sitting in the living room already, and they were waiting for the third guy to come in. And it seemed like the third guy that was coming in was a familiar guy from the past, but these 2 guys that were sitting in the living room was about to interview him to be a part of their relationship. So I was like, wait, what? This woman has 3 boyfriends, right? And so I say, I just have some questions for y'all this morning. Are we really doing this? Like, are we really, do y'all think that Seeking Brother Husband is just for shits and giggles and is just a show on TLC? Or do y'all really think people are really out here living life like that? Who said, oh, wait, let me go up, because wait a minute. Who said the black dude I was cool with did not deliver? We were chilling and decided to fuck. He got on top and he couldn't stay in. He was softer than a soft serve cone. Too much wetness for his little dick. Ooh. Get off my live. Get off my live. Ooh said, I almost did a Puerto Rican 23 years ago, but I was on my period. All we did was kiss. Never saw him again. Mishi Boo said, Puerto Ricans are not forgiven. I guess the fuck they're not. He was like, no, he was out. And you know what? I didn't understand it, but fuck that. I need that Puerto Rican energy. I need that Puerto Rican energy because I've been so forgiven, and these MFers don't deserve it. Some of them don't deserve it. I'm just saying. All right. I'm just saying. Evans, the confidence coach, said, you expecting to pass? I was at that time. I was 18. I was at that time very immature. But that's why I said, Evans, the confidence coach, I understand it today. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it today. Okay? No, he didn't live. No. I think he lived in Elmhurst. Theo. Valerie said, baby, those Dominican men, oh my God, so sensual. I have never had a Dominican man. Never. All right. Have you seen People on Netflix? No, Red Fox. I have not seen it yet. Is it worth my watch? Oh, wait, let me go the fuck up. Y'all really talking on YouTube this morning. Wait a minute. Wait, I ain't never been with a white man. Johnny Leon Hill, you know what? I hope the fuck not, Johnny. AFC South said, I'm not saying all white men, especially since you're married. Oh, but I mean, you could have been with one before you were married. I mean, the fuck. But have you been with a white woman? The hell? AFC South said, I'm not saying all white women are easy, but the ones that I encountered in my life, I didn't have to put in any work for for it at all to have them ready to smash hit and runs. I think that's just, you know how they be like, white women do this versus black women do this. I don't think it's white versus black. I just think people are different. I don't know. Wait, Zen said, I will sleep with all men. Listen, I'm not judging. The fuck? I'm not judging. The fuck? Do you? Did you hear? Who said I had this many white, this many Mexicans, this many blacks, and this many women? So listen, do you? You know that white man Tamar Braxton got is yummy yum looking. I could date one that looked like that. Glamour 47 said, I saw the clip and I wanted to know, how did she clarify if she was sleeping with all three? Talking about sloppy seconds and thirds. That's really odd for a black man to accept. I call a fake show. Okay. Glamour 47 said, seeking, what did I say it was? Seeking boyfriend lovers or whatever, seeking boyfriend husbands, right? Glamour 47 says she think it's fake. She don't think black men are doing this. What do y'all think? Red Fox said the heart is love. The sex is lust. If someone is lacking heart and you have a big, then they're not for you. Y'all looking for two different things. It should stop there. Okay, so if you have a big heart, got it. And they're lacking in heart. Got it. Thank you, Red Fox. I love that. All right, Hillbilly just said 420. Yep, that must mean you already burnt up. You must have already woke up with it. Damn. Zen said, I understand the intent of this reading, but it's coming off a little cringe to me. Me too, Zen. Thank you. Didn't you hear me say, when I read the first sentence, I went a whole different place? It took me, it was really, I'm just saying, maybe you needed to be in 420 mode to read that read, because I went the same place you went, Zen. We together. Because I was reading it like, what? Like you needed a daddy to talk to you. And you know what? And the fucked up shit of it is, it took me to that place because these men be like, call me daddy while they spanking your naked ass and you sucking their meat. They be like, yeah, look up and call me daddy or some shit. And then that's embedded in your mind. So when you read some shit like this, you be like, what? I'm confused. I get it, Zan. I'm with you. Glamour said, okay, so Mishibu is the second person that says she disagrees. She does not see black men accepting this type of lifestyle, all right? A couple of men, I don't know if they're black or whatever, but a couple of men commented on my post and they called these men weak. Now, I disagreed with that because I was like, to me, that seems to take a lot of strength to share one woman, right? It seems to take a lot of strength to share one woman. Why are we doing that? And if this show is real, if people are really and truly living these lifestyles, do you think that they are choosing these lifestyles because they truly enjoy these lifestyles? Or do you think they're just accepting these things because this lifestyle, because they can't find somebody else to call their own? What do y'all think? Red Fox says, spark the hell up. Okay. Valerie said, when he took me to his house to meet his parents, we were sitting on their front porch, the Italian guy. It was summer and the mom served us watermelon. I told my mom about the watermelon. She felt it was racist. You see, that's the part, Valerie. See, this is the part that makes me hesitant in dating outside of my race. That could have been very innocent. That could have been very innocent because all races eat watermelon, right? But it could have been racist. And that's the shit that makes me hesitant in dating outside my race, because I would always be thinking, is that racist or is that innocent? Like, what the fuck? And I don't want to do that. See, me at my black man's house, if his mother come out and serve us watermelon, I wouldn't think if it was racist or if it was normal. We just gonna fucking eat the watermelon. Right? But if I'm at my white boyfriend's house and his mom come out and give us watermelon, I might be like, The fuck, I eat pineapples. You know what I'm saying? I might not be good in a situation like that because I might be always like on edge because of something like that. That's a perfect example of some shit that could be innocent, but have you thinking it might not be innocent. Shirley said, nah, you can't fuck the family. You ain't just marrying a person. You are marrying the family too. Thank you, Shirley. So when motherfuckers be like, fuck the family, I be like, what? How y'all gonna have Christmas? How y'all gonna have Thanksgiving? How y'all gonna get together for Sunday dinners on a regular basis if it's fuck the family? Like, I feel like you can't just say fuck the family. I know a lot of people want to say that, right? But how do you have a healthy relationship if you saying fuck the family? I don't know. You say hillbillies and black culture are the same. Really, hillbilly? In what way? Because that's interesting. Hillbillies and black culture are the same. We need to know in what way. Good morning, E Hustle. Yes, protagonist. Georgie said, that must be what men who cheat in New Jersey say. This dude told me that back in 2003. I forgot what the statement was. Valerie, okay, now we got one person on here that says, when we're talking about brother seeking husbands, right? Brother seeking husband, right, is about this woman who has 3 boyfriends, right? And so when she brings a new partner into the fold, the men, whatever men are in the fold at that time, they partake in an interview process to interview the new person coming into the fold. And so I posted that clip on IG and I was just amazed, especially when she turned around and told the dog, this is daddy number 3. And he was like, no, we're going to have to talk about that. So what are you talking about? You knew you were coming over to you knew what the situation was. So are you saying you don't want to be daddy number 3? You want to be daddy number 2, or you want to be daddy number 1? Because you here. Okay. So Valerie said, I think I think they are living like that. That's what Valerie said. She feels that they're living like that. Do y'all think that there's a population of people living like this? And I'm not talking about men with multiple wives, because we know that that's happening. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about women with multiple husbands now and boyfriends that are open and they all hanging out the fuck together, live in the same house. You heard in the clip, she moved one man out her bedroom to make room in her bedroom for the 3rd man that was coming in. Okay. Now I have seen a couple of posts on IG where in other countries there are women that have multiple men. But do you think that this is something that is just as normal as the polygamy lifestyles that we're accustomed to, the men having multiple wives? Right? And for the men that are calling these 3 men weak, right? Somebody said on my post, what does that say? Somebody said on my post, now we know as women how men feel about women who keep accepting their men back who constantly cheat on them, right? And I agreed with her point. She was like, if you calling these men simps and weak because they've accepted sharing this one woman, are you saying that all the women that accepted apologies from their men who cheated or had relationships outside of relationship, they're weak and simps too? Because what's the difference? Hillbilly said TV is a bastardized version of reality at best. I can't argue with that. Good morning, Interior Room. Are you woo-sign? Are you exhaling? You looked absolutely beautiful in the wedding pictures. Gorgeous. Loved it. Loved it. I'm starving this morning. Shirley said, yes, in some cultures, polygamy is real in some countries. Not all people have the Western world concept of marriage. But on the opposite, because Shirley, I know that polygamy is accepted, right? But it's mostly been promoted as the man having multiple wives. Never really focuses on the woman having multiple husbands or boyfriends, right? It's the same thing as a threesome. When guys be like, let's have a threesome, he's never really talking about bring your homeboy over so me and your homeboy can smash you. That's not what he's saying. When he asking you for a threesome, he's asking you to bring another woman into the fold. He want to fuck two women. But when the woman turn around and be like, nah, I want to bring another guy in the fold, the guy is like, no, right? So it's always been accepted for a man to be rolling in the hay with multiple women. But it's always been frowned upon for a woman to be in the hay with multiple men. When women discuss being in bed with and having two threesomes with two men, they call that a train. They don't even call it a threesome anymore, right? It's a negative thing when a woman does it. They call it a train. Oh, you got a train ran on you. Well, what the fuck did you do when you were sleeping with the two women? They ran a train on your ass too. Right? It's always negative when it comes to the woman. So when you hear that there's women out here in relationships where they have multiple men as boyfriends and they're all living together, that's not shocking to y'all. Hi, Ravish Cocktails. Good morning. Hey, Yoga Girl Side. Right, Interior Rule. And so I never understood that. Like, as soon as you tell somebody, I want to sleep with two men, they be like, that's a train. And then they want to look at you like, you a ho-ho. I'm a hoe. But you can sleep with two women and that's just threesome. So what do they say about women that want multiple men in their homes as partners? Is it looked upon the same as the polygamy lifestyles of the men that have multiple wives? And if not, why is it different? Good morning, Diane. I was into Love is Blind on Netflix. I watched the first and second season and then I didn't watch it anymore. But, you know, I love the concept of Love is Blind because Love is Blind is the show. I want to make sure I got the right show, right? Is where they're dating behind the screen. They don't see each other, right? They build, love and an attraction for each other based on personality, communication. I love that. Johnny Leon Hill says, I'm too territorial to share. I won't be no brother, husband, nothing. If you want another man, go get him. I just won't be here when you come back. I'm with you, Johnny. I don't even want multiple men. I don't. That's a lot of fucking work. That's a lot of dicks to suck. What do? You got to suck one on Monday, one on Wednesday, one on Friday. They all different sizes, like different suck styles. Then you got to fuck. What's going on? That's just a lot. That's just too much. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't suck your man's meat 3 times a week or 4 times a week, but that's his meat. That's one man's meat. But trying to do that across 3 men that live in the same house with you, I'm trying to figure out how that's happening. Right? Because they all don't sleep together because you heard her say she moved him out. You heard one of the guys say she moved him out of the bedroom. I wonder what that sex schedule is like. Valerie said, I think it all depends on the chemistry. Everyone turns you on different sexually. Valerie, you ain't told a damn lie. Listen, everybody turns you on different sexually. Listen. And shit, based on that chemistry, you might just do just about any freaky shit. If it's real good chemistry, I'll be open. Not for the threesomes though. Not for the threesomes. But I'll be open to do what the kinkiest shit. If the chemistry is right. Shit. Sloppy seconds and thirsty thirds. I'll pass. What do y'all think? Angel, what do you think about brother husbands? Could you have that life?
I don't know why not.
Okay. What would the benefits be? I gotta heat up my coffee, y'all. What would the benefits be?
The benefits of having multiple men. Shit. This is tough. Like my first thought goes to sexually, right? The more the merrier. You never have somebody telling you that they tired. More people around the house to help out with stuff that needs to be done. I'm a girly girl too, Robin. So I I don't do man shit around the house, and I know that's like, I mean, I don't really subscribe to like gender roles in relationships, but like there's some stuff that I have to do now that I only have to do because I don't live with a man. And I think that that would be beneficial.
Okay.
The downside, I can see some downsides to it too. Um, it would be hard for some people that I care about to accept it. And that would be difficult for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like holidays. Like how do you go around the family then?
Exactly. Like
You know
that's
what
a
I
great
mean?
point. When you have these relationships, right? Because my other thought pattern was, how do these types of relationships work even when you have children?
Right.
Right?
Hmm.
Because in this particular show, this woman, I guess she doesn't have children, right? But what if you did have children? How does it work? How do you explain this? Like Angel said, how do you bring this into your family? Like when you go to Thanksgiving dinner, do you bring all three of your men? Or does one go to Thanksgiving, one go to Christmas, and one go, I don't know, to Easter lunch? I don't know the fuck. How do you do that? Me, she said, well, I'm at the point of my life where I've been disappointed too many times by black men, so I'm open to other races. I know that's right. Nothing wrong with that. Johnny said, at Valerie, Love is Blind is auditioning people here in DC area for the next season. I don't want reality TV, but I hope none of my friends end up on the show. I hope they do, Johnny, so that we could talk about how you know them.
Yeah. No, I want the scoop.
Yes. Yes. Valerie said that's going to be interesting, right, Valerie? Because you know DC is small.
It's
That
hella
DC
small.
area is small. They're going to be
Mhm.
like, I know that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yep. That's like they did what is that other show that Tommy does with the black couples?
It's a reality show.
Finding Love or yeah, Real Love or whatever. Yeah, Tommy does the reality show with the black couples.
Oh, I don't
And when
know.
he did it in Texas, Houston, two of the people knew each other. There was a girl that got like, oh, we dated back in the day. Yep.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Can
That's
you
how
imagine?
deep. Johnny said all black men aren't built the same. There's some corny ass men out there, and some people will do anything for fame and fortune. So
That's
you
true.
think that the show is just for shits and giggles for show? Valerie says she think people living like that.
I know for a fact that there are people that live like that. I know for a
Oh,
fact.
okay.
I know for a fact. Not always. I haven't seen it where it's a woman and multiple male partners, but I 100% know of relationships with one man and there's other female partners. Hell, I was part of one.
Oh, I know those situations. I'm
Yeah,
saying on the opposite.
the opposite side.
We all know people that are in relationships with a man that has
Mhm.
multiple women, right? And I have friends who are openly in these relationships, and their rules are don't bring your bitch around me, don't have in the same place with me, separate the dynamics of those relationships. When you with me, you with me. When you with them, you with them.
Mhm.
That's We know that these types of mixed bag relationships are happening, right? And even in those type of relationships, right? I ask myself, do they choose to be in these types of relationships, or are people accepting them because they can't find their own person, right? And the reason why I ask that is because if you're in a situation like that and you go, don't bring your bitch in the same place with me, or don't have them in the same room, that means you're bothered by it. That means you're really not accepting the fact that it's open.
I'm
Or,
gonna say this. I'm gonna say like
in
true.
my opinion, ready to love. That's it, Interior. Ready to Love is the show. Go ahead.
True polyamory is about love and acceptance, right?
Mhm.
It's about accepting that you may not meet all the needs of your partner, and you don't own them, and you love them enough that you want them to find what they're looking for, even if that means that they have to find it in somebody else. So I mean, you can't say that there's no room for jealousy, because jealousy is a feeling, it's an emotion, and it's valid. So
It's a human.
jealousy does come up. However, they deal with it. They present it like, listen, I'm feeling jealous because you canceled our date, but then you were able to go on a date with your other partner. Is there a way that you and I can reconnect so that, I can reaffirm that our relationship is solid, even though, there was this, there
I
was
love that.
right. So true polyamory is not, don't bring your bitch around me. She can't. No, 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 no. You want them to be happy. And by putting limitations and setting, I mean, of course, everybody has boundaries. You can say, like, I don't want to hear about your dates because it makes me feel uncomfortable. You can say, when I see you two intimate together, it hurts my feelings because I wonder if you two share the same connection that we share. Those things are fine, but you can't say she can't come over here. You know what I mean? Like that's not out of love. That's out of control. That's out of I don't know. I don't know. But the polyamorous relationship that I was I had carte blanche to love however I needed to love, and whoever I needed to love.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a black man.
That's the one you were dating, like
a couple times.
Yeah. But we were aware. So that was something right. And that was it, right. But we know that. But what about the opposite? Why is it that when men have threesomes, it's a threesome, and when women have it, it's a train?
Misogyny.
So if they feel that way, do you think that society really accepts a woman having multiple boyfriends?
Society? Hell no. Society? Absolutely not. Society does not accept it. However, there are gems. There's people out there that are okay with that lifestyle. But like my family ain't going. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Pat said fake, fake, fake. Black men ain't going for it. They are too macho. No, but
I don't know.
Well, Angel is saying she know folks.
Well, I know a man, and one of his partners,
logical thinker.
One of his partners is polyamorous as well. One of his partners, one of his female partners, has other male partners.
Okay, see. Now I know of women, right, that date bisexual men. I know them, and their men have another man. You know what I'm saying? You understand?
So their boyfriend has a boyfriend and a girl.
Yes, he's bisexual, right? Uh-huh. So he and her are together, and then he has a man. Right? And so like you said, if she loves him, she knew he was bisexual, right? And she accepted that. And see, that's why I personally do not date bisexual, because I don't want you craving something I can't give you in the life of the relationship, and I don't want you to sacrifice your desires for me.
Are you so full of yourself that you think you can meet every need of another person?
Who, me? Yeah. No, I can't.
Right. So like, who cares if they're bisexual?
Yeah, but I still would that, but that's my preference. That's my preference, right? I'm not judging anybody, because I know people who do it, but I would not feel comfortable doing it. That's my preference. And it's unfortunate, because in the LGBTQ population, bisexuals are kind of like on an island of their own, because a lot of people, it's true. It's like they got their own little prejudice thing where the bisexuals are over to the side, because I have a large population of LGBTQ friends. And I'm not just saying this just to be talking out the crack of my ass. They complain a lot because some of them are bisexual and they're like, we're out on this island because, you know, people don't want to date us because they don't know want to flip flop.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's unfortunate because not all of them flip flop, but people like me, I'm people that feel like, no, I can't do that with my man because I don't want him to crave something that I can't give him, you know, and I'm not open to him having a boyfriend. That's my preference.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Soulful BBW, good morning. Zen said, agree. If there's people of color at my house and they don't know me, I will not serve watermelon because it will come off the wrong way. See?
And that is being fucking culturally aware.
Yes.
That is being culturally aware. You
Exactly.
understand. You understand the fucking assignment.
Yes, Zen. And that's a great fucking point. And see, that's why I be tethering on whether I'm going to date outside my race. Because see, if I'm sitting on a porch and you bring me watermelon, I might fuck up the whole day.
Let me tell you something that happened to me.
I will fuck up the whole day.
But I'm going to share something that happened to me at a restaurant. And I don't know, should I name the restaurant or no?
Yeah,
it's
why not? It happened to you.
Okay. I'm just asking. It's your show, okay? And I'm about to talk shit. So I was at Yardbird in Las Vegas.
I like Yardbird.
Me too. I fucks with it real tough. In Las Vegas, in what fucking hotel is that? What's the Venetian? In the Venetian, okay. Right? And I think it was like my first time there. And the server, I said, "What do you suggest?"
What do you suggest? I'm gonna smack your face.
Listen, this bitch said chicken and waffles is served with a side of grilled watermelon. And I almost flipped a fucking table over. I'm telling you, I almost flipped a fucking table over. And the gentleman that I was with could not understand why I was so pissed off. I was like, you know what? I went there and he was like, hold on. He was like, just give us a minute. And I'm like, how dare you shush me or try and calm me down? Like, this bitch really I feel like she just tried me. And even if it wasn't her intention, she's so fucking unaware.
Yeah.
Like, because we're a black couple in this restaurant, like, you're going to recommend the fucking chicken and waffles with a side of real water? Bitch, I will bust you over your head.
I understand, Angel, because you remember that story I told you when we were in Total Wines. Remember I told you I was in Total Wines? And Total Wines, for anybody that goes to Total Wines, when you come in, they have like a little wine tasting, liquor tasting section, right? And so this guy invited me over to taste cognac, right? Whiskey or whatever. And I'm tasting it and he goes, how do you like it? He said, it should remind you of Hennessy. Listen, I was like, wait a fuck minute. I said, sir, I don't drink Hennessy. I don't have Hennessy on my bar.
So rude.
I said, why would you assume that I drink Hennessy? I don't even know the fuck. I've tasted it mixing drinks and shit, but he automatically assumed I drank Hennessy. Now, why couldn't he just say this cognac reminds you of a smoky taste or a wood taste? Same way you would describe liquor in any other wine tasting. You didn't have to say it should remind you of the taste of Hennessy because your statement assumed that I drink Hennessy. I don't have Hennessy on my bar. I have cognac on my bar and whiskey, but they are not of brand Hennessy. Fuck. And if it ever is on my bar, it's because somebody brought it over here.
Right. And I would have asked. If it was me, I would be like, have you ever had Hennessy? Right? Like, because you don't know what people drink.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. If he would have asked me that, I'd have been like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But he was like, it should put you in the mind of drinking Hennessy. And I'm like, oh, so you automatically assuming I drink that shit. So I get it, Angel. And
it's a microaggression. Yeah. It's a fucking microaggression.
I want to say as a witness, I never had watermelon at Zen's house. I never did.
No,
I never did. And he cooks. They feed the fuck out of you and got liquor up the wazoo ass. But I ain't never had no watermelon at your house. So I appreciate you being culturally aware.
But here's the thing, I fucking love watermelon.
I do too, but don't fucking
I do too.
House if you white.
I like it.
Right.
I like it.
Right.
I mean, there are my friends that do come over. I will serve them watermelon. That's just, because we like it, right?
Mhm.
I
Summertime.
will slice half of it, and the other half I will make margaritas with.
Yes.
Right? So that's how we roll.
Yes.
But if I don't know
Mhm.
you or you don't know me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that because you're going to be like, what the fuck is this racist asshole? Like,
Exactly.
yeah. No, I'm not.
Watermelon because I came.
Yeah.
Like the fuck. I don't know if Hennessy is a black people drink interior. I don't know if it is. But the mere fact that he assumed that I drank Hennessy instead of asking me made me think that there was some kind of undertone there. I don't know. It could have been innocent, but again, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why, you have to be culturally aware. Like you gotta be, I don't know if I don't see no white people boasting about Hennessy. All I see is a bunch of black people singing and boasting about Hennessy. Not to say that white people don't drink Hennessy.
No.
But black people promote Hennessy a lot more than any other culture I see.
It is more of an urban go-to.
A delicacy. Where'd he
What the heck
go?
happened? He turned black.
We probably got a phone call.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Naomi. Hillbilly said, which is it geographically separate? Which is it? You said has their own way of talking. Oh, hillbilly. Okay. All right.
Oh, hillbillies and blacks.
Way of talking. Hillbillies and blacks are similar. Has their own music, sells drugs, persecuted by the government. These traits are shared by both. Got it. Wait, Johnny said, I'm daddy number only. You know what? I'm dead. He said 3 daddies because she said he's daddy number 3 to the dog in the video. Oh, Hillbilly says strong sense of unity. Okay. I don't know if all of us black folks got that, but we trying. Georgie said, with all these homosexual men out here, it probably is happening. That's true. A lot of men looking for a place to live. They probably shacking up, accepting, sharing a woman. I was talking about cheating married men in my other comments. Got it, Georgie. Got it.
Sorry.
Hillbillies, hood billies. I'm dead. What the heck is a homosexual? I'm dead. Zen, you don't know what a homosexual is?
No, I never heard of a homosexual.
You sleep when you have sex with somebody in order to sleep for a place to stay. You need somewhere to stay.
Never heard of that term in my life.
Homosexual. When winter comes around, the homosexuals come out because they need a place to fucking stay. So these men be trying to act like they love you so that they can live in their damn house. And then when the spring comes, these motherfuckers start cheating.
That is
outside.
The best.
Homosexuals, all right? The fuck. Interior said, when are we going to Zen's house? Zen is like in the midst of moving and all kind of mess. So we gotta wait a while. And he got a new baby. Where's the new baby?
He over there sleeping, thank God. Oh, he was so wound up
Cried
today.
all night?
No, he was just wound. He was super wound up this morning. And was.
You let him outside? Energy? Oh, he can't go outside yet.
Huh?
He can't go outside yet?
Yeah, he can go outside.
All right.
Oh, no, they were outside playing, and then they came in, and they were tearing up the house, and they were running all over the place. It was just a lot before I was up 90 minutes before I actually had a sip of coffee.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Wait, you got a pup? Is it a puppy?
It is. Well, he's a year old.
Puppy.
We adopted, yeah.
And he looks just like the grown-up one.
They don't, though. They look very different. I mean, they're both black. Are you saying that all black dogs look alike?
I know. I
knew you were going there.
Yeah, all black dogs. Well, I only saw it based on the picture, so they kind of look like the same breed, Rottweiler.
Yeah, they are.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Not that they look alike. I meant same.
But Brody is, I think he's a mix. I don't think he's pure rot. He is definitely mixed with something else. His body is a little rounder, like kind of like barrel shaped, so it's not necessarily a rot.
You should do a DNA test.
I'm going to, but he's super cute. He's really lovable, but he's does need so much training. I don't know.
You're not new to this.
No, well, the adoption, I am.
I meant pet ownership.
Oh yeah.
but no, he was, I don't know if he was used as a bait dog or whatever. He's got like scars behind his ears. His neck is all scarred up.
Yes.
So it's pretty bad. But
That's sad.
he's good though. He's fit. He's getting well adjusted. Him and Oliver are like this now, so that's good.
I love it.
So Brody and Oliver, yep, and they're having a good time. But let's go back to the bisexual thing real quick, because what you brought up, I want to clarify.
Yes, please.
So 2 points. So number one, that person that is bisexual that has the girlfriend and the boyfriend, that is not just bisexual. That is bisexual and poly, right?
Yes,
2 different things.
Yes, it
when
is.
you are bisexual, you can go with one or the other.
No, yeah, agree.
It doesn't matter, but it does not mean that it happens simultaneously.
Yeah, exactly.
With regard to the LGBTQIA community and bisexuality, 100% right. There is a thing called bi-erasure.
It is?
And it is called bi-erasure, and it is people that are in this community that do not believe that bisexuality exists, and they prefer that you choose one, right? Either be gay or be straight. And I think it's just wrong, because you can love who you love, right? And now there is, more than just bisexual.
Yeah, queer.
So, no, what's the other word now? I can't even think about it.
Trisexual.
I'll try anything.
Fluid.
No. Oh, thank you, Anita.
Hey, Nikki guy. Hey, Samuel.
He is cute. Jesus Christ, I can't fucking remember the name of it. Anyway, it's basically you will date anybody, whether they're trans, gay, straight, whatever. So they're open to whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was fluid, but I don't know.
No, gender fluid is a gender role, not a sexual orientation.
Okay. Sharon Lee corrected me. I said she said polyandry. Polyandry is women with more than one husband, so that's a thing. Polyandry is women with more than one husband. Is there a specific country or place that really has this, or is this just, I don't know? Because you know how polyamory, you have communities. Like you go to places like Omaha and they have big old polyamory communities. Like, where are these polyandry population? Like a cultural thing, or is it something new? And does society accept it? Because you never really hear it. Everything when it comes to a woman having more than one man is related to her being a whore. It's related to something negative. She's getting a train run on her. It's always something negative when a woman has more than one man, right? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is that?
I think it's rooted in misogyny. I think that it's a misogynistic. What's that word? Patriarchal.
Oh, pansexual.
Pansexual. I was just going
to VDI photo called it out. Pansexual.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Angel. Go ahead. It's misogyny.
No. I think that's what it is. I think it's the what our society was founded on.
Mm-hmm.
White men making the rules.
And it's gotta change. Yeah. It's gotta change.
Not to change the subject, y'all, but when you said white
but it's your show, not ours.
No, it is ours. No, because I want to point this out. When you said white men making the rules, I just wanted y'all. Did y'all hear that Florida just passed a bill? Florida is crazy. No, I'm really scared. Florida just passed a bill that the death penalty is in place for those who
sexually assault
women. Children. Sexually abuse children, right? Mm-hmm. And so immediately when I read that, I got scared, right? Because even though even though I want the harshest punishment for a person that messes with children, we're talking about the state of Florida, and we're talking about also an act where plenty of people get accused and some are innocent, right? some people get accused because people are in bitter relationships. People are in bitter
I didn't even
relationships.
think about that,
Yes,
Robin.
people
I
are
didn't even
in
think
bitter
about that.
relationships, and they be like, "He touched my daughter." Right? We see it all the time, and then later on, we find out that this man was innocent. What I'm afraid of, right, is the death penalty being in place in a state like Florida, who's already racist, right? You know, is going to affect the minority population, right? That includes LGBT, you know, black folks, this people, whatever.
Anybody.
Affect the minority population because when you get accused of a crime like that, right? You know, not there's going to be a population of people who cannot afford these high-end lawyers, right? And these public defenders are going to sell them down the river, not because they want to, but because they're too busy, right? To really help your case. So I'm really nervous about that, y'all. Like to me,
Well,
it's going to be weaponized, right, to attack anybody in a marginalized community, and that's kind of the intent.
yeah,
Right? If you're not white and Christian, there's a problem.
you're wrong.
exactly.
Right? And
Yeah.
that's just, you know, I mean, if you want to talk about erasure, I mean, we're talking about they just want this country to be 100% white.
Yes.
You know, and Christian and straight and, you know, think the way I do. Let's all have, you know, people that are just the same. Why? Like
Stepford Wives. Y'all saw that movie?
Yes, creepy.
Where everybody was the same, the house looked the same, everybody was the same, dressed the same, everything was the same, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm just saying we got to do some praying because, hey, Ghost, good morning. Hey, Green-Eyed Leo, because, you know, my mother said to me last night, she was like, you know what? And she lives in Florida. This is where I ultimately got to move to, you know? And she's like, they really don't want black folks here. And I'm like, Ma, this is the sad reality.
Yep.
Right? They don't want us in Florida. Like DeSantis is passing every bill to make it hard for black people to strive in Florida, right? You know, you can't teach black shit in school. You can't celebrate black history things or whatever. You know, now it's, you know, the death penalty, right? For people who mess with kids. And so, you know, I feel like they went there because everyone wants a harsh punishment for somebody who touched a kid. But I know that there's a bunch of innocent motherfuckers in jail being accused of crimes like that.
So as an adult who was a child that was sexually abused, when I first saw that, I was like, fucking good. Good enough.
Yeah.
But and I left it at that. And I felt justified, and I didn't explore it any further because my abuser continued to abuse.
Yes.
Continue to abuse, and even to this date has been arrested for prostitution, all kinds of sex crimes, and he's a high school administrator in the state of Illinois. What? So, like, I have all.
Of course, he's in a perfect spot to get what he wants.
But was he never charged with anything?
I don't know. With what happened with me, my father took care of it, and as a child, I was aware of what happened, and I'm okay with it. I feel, hey, I'm all right with it.
You had somebody looking out for you.
Right. I felt, that goes to what we were talking about, having a daddy this morning. I was like, yes, shout out to the dads, and shout out to having somebody who you can go to and will protect you and will stand up for you and fight for you and all these things.
But
right?
you know that some states do not have a statute of limitations when it comes to abuse. So if you really wanted to fuck this guy twice, and he's a high school administrator,
you can do it now.
That man touched me.
Yeah,
that man touched me. You need to like.
You can do it now. That's right.
Yeah. I guess I could, but like I don't.
You don't want to relive it.
I don't have any interest. I don't have any interest
to relive it. Yeah.
I don't. I want to leave it. I just, it is what it is.
You've moved on.
But
you've healed. You've healed, and you moved on.
I'm completely healed from it. But if he was put to death for what he did to me, I would have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Because I know for
because he's really guilty. So
I know for a fact that it happened. Yeah, and it happened to other
right.
people
So for me, he fits the bill for somebody that might suffer this penalty. But I bet you that's a small population of people that's going to fit that bill.
But if you're going to get a Karen that's going to be like,
Exactly.
this man in the parking lot touched my child
Exactly.
while we were trying to get into the car. That's a whole different situation.
Exactly.
It's a problem.
Right. Think about it. This senior man shot this little boy for coming to the wrong house, right?
What the fuck, man?
What the fuck,
like,
right? And so he got charged with assault. He didn't get charged with attempted murder, right? He got charged with assault. His bail is $200,000, and he pled not guilty. My son's bail was $250,000 for some minor fucking crime in New Jersey. Okay, and I look at these motherfuckers, and I said to my mother, I said $200,000. This motherfucker shot a kid.
But I think he was charged and went to jail.
No, he's charged, but he's charged with assault, not attempted.
Okay.
Right. So assault is a way lesser charge.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And so, he's looking at, some jail time possibly. Right. He is incarcerated, but the charges just don't match. Right. I don't know. No. But I guess they can't say attempted murder because it was his property. I don't know. That's kind of sticky. I don't know. But
they tried to get him. I know they tried to get one, the stand your ground clause or whatever, but they tossed that.
Tossed it. Yep.
Yeah.
They tossed it. Cheryl has a good point. I know I'm jumping around today. In some countries, brothers share the same wealth to build generational wealth. Too poor to divide family resources. Sex ain't a priority in some cultures. That's true.
Yeah.
He's out on bail now. Okay, so somebody paid the 10%, the 20, whatever that is.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. Zen said, I've been in multiple partner sex. It's too damn confusing with all of them appendages. I'll stick with one at a time. Yeah.
Can you imagine like 5 dicks all around you, just moving around and just
too much.
It is too much, but I do have a friend, right? I would never say names. I do have a friend that he's not doing it now because he's in a relationship, right? But when he's single, he likes these. Now, I didn't know that these type of parties were still going on.
The sex positive parties?
Yes. I didn't know that. So he goes to these sex positive parties, right? And some of them be like orgies because like it's like a sex party.
Everybody just has sex with everybody.
Fucking.
Yep.
And they were doing this all through COVID. So when he was like, I'm getting ready to go to a sex. I'm like, are y'all fucking with masks on? Like,
no.
What's going on? Or, well, of course not, because they're taking their mask off to suck their dick and then they're going to put it back on. Like, that don't make sense.
Yeah.
So
I know a few people that got COVID that way.
Okay. I was shocked. And I was like, these sex parties are going on. Now, my friend likes the 5 dicks, slapping them around in the face.
I mean,
you know
everybody's got something.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, it's to some and accepted by others. And either way, I ain't the fuck judging. The fuck.
I'm not judging, Georgie. Don't.
Valerie said, I would think one of the benefits would be intellectual side of it, how each one talks to your mind and how you feel in their presence. That's true. It's like having multiple friends, right? You know, you have your man, and then I have my male friends that I go to for advice or whatever the case may be. It's probably kind of sort of like that, where these 3 men contribute to her life in 3 different ways. One of the guys, if y'all were listening on the video, when he was being interviewed by the other 2 guys, they said, why are you open to this type of lifestyle? And he said, because right now I'm all about money. That's what he said. He said, I'm all about money and taking care of my mom. And so I'm not ready to have a committed relationship with one woman. So that's why I'm open to this. So I said, oh, this grown ass man just want to take care of his mom and get his plant. So I took away about that. But that's my opinion. But that was his reason for being open to this type of thing.
I don't understand. How is he making money?
He works and he's a producer. He does music. He's making money. But
So are they like pooling their resources? Like they all live together and like they don't have to pay individually?
I guess.
Mortgages, like.
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I only saw that little clip. I'm going to go to TLC and watch it. I heard her say one of the guys say that she moved him out of the bedroom to make room for the third guy that's coming in. So I would imagine if they don't live together, maybe they all visit and have rooms there when they come over.
Okay.
You know.
Shit.
I guess. I mean,
But I mean, kudos to her. I mean, if this is your lifestyle, I'm not judging her. I just want to know why, it's looked upon negatively when a woman does it.
Well, I mean, just exactly what Angel said. It's just because of how society was shaped in misogyny, and just basically, the man has the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want, and it's not even just the fact that people are white and they kind of did this way. It's also heavily rooted in religion, because you got to think about it. Look at Christianity. They say that basically, a lot of religions, that basically women should be submissive to men. Everything should be at the whim of what the man wants.
Yeah.
So if you have all of this patriarchal shit, what choice do you have, right? Like, that's just kind of how society is going to evolve, because you have all these things, and then you have people that, take this book and they're like, this is it. This is what it says. And I'm just doing, I'm just being right by God, and I'm going to blah, blah, blah. You know what? Stop.
Exactly. Save yourself, because you're making my ass itch.
Right.
I love you too, Money Mike.
Go sit down somewhere.
Beautiful people in DC. I'm sure there are. Johnny Leon Hills. Listen, I posted a video a while back. I don't know if y'all remember the guy who said he could suck his own dick. He was like, I could suck my own dick and I could stick my dick in my own
Is that your cousin, right?
Not my cousin, but I posted it, and my girlfriend called me and was like, bitch, that's my cousin. I was like, wait, what? Fucking cousin. I was like, no, you lying. She was like, that is my fucking cousin. That's how small the DMV area is. She lives in DC, and when I posted, because he lived in DC too, when I posted it, she was like, that's my fucking cousin. I said, your cousin. Oh shit, we got a party. I said, your cousin.
Hey, what's up, Cheryl?
Hey, Cheryl, I'm so glad you joined, because you got so much information on this polyandro, and I'm trying to keep up with the comments here. Hey, sexy.
Okay, so sometimes I can be technology challenged.
No, we can hear you and see you.
So, okay. Yeah. Polyandra, that's different. That's when the wife has two or more husbands. And in some countries, they do it for the reason of finance or survival. They don't be thinking about, sex ain't their priority. That's in the Western society. We the one who fuck everything up when it comes to the sex and the body and all that.
Yes.
And so
true.
They do it because they trying to say, look, when I want to get off, look, we can get off, with this one, that one, or the other one. But let's keep this money in the family so that we can build generational wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, great point.
Yeah. And that was the purpose in general of polyamory. That's what Angel was saying in the beginning, that they do it because, it's like they share the resources, financially, everything. Right. And so that was the whole purpose. But that's why I'm saying the purpose of polyamory to me today, in today's days and time, people are just throwing that word out saying I'm in a polyamorous relationship. Right. But they're really not.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I think that a lot, that's why I asked the question, do we think people do it because they just accepting it, right? Accepting these situations because they can't find a person of their own? Or are they really comfortable being in these relationships that they're calling polyamorous, but really is not, because you're not benefiting financially.
So I have a friend that is poly who has a boyfriend and a girlfriend, but no, she has two boyfriends and a girlfriend, and she is the center of it, right? Like, so she dates each one of them individually. They each have their own relationship. They do not do anything together. It is just, she's like the hub, right? So, but it's whoever she wants to go out with at that point, and they all have an understanding. If she wants to find another partner, then she goes to find another partner, and it's not an issue. It's
so what's the difference between open relationship and polyamory, or is it the same?
I would say I would say an open relationship is just more sexual. Polyamory is actually at like a more love, right? It's being able to love multiple people.
Okay, I love it. I love it.
I feel like, yeah, polyamory literally is rooted in love. Yeah. It's saying that you can love more than one person, even romantically.
Yeah. And I agree that that's true anyway, right? Like, I don't think there's one person. I mean,
that's what Angel was
you would hope there's one person for you.
All the needs. And even though there goes Zen again turning black, even though that's true, right? And even though we know as one person, we can't possibly fulfill all the needs of the person, right? We know this. So why do we get upset when people go outside the relationship? Is it because they did it without communicating?
I think that's what it is. All right. It's the dishonesty. It's the dishonesty, the lack of integrity. It's you don't trust me enough to tell me the truth.
It's cowardly.
And yeah, right.
So if your man came to you and said he needs something that you can't, what the hell is that? Mrs. Davis? Peacock? We on Zen's computer watching Peacock. Why is it that, how would you feel if your man came to you and said, I need this and I feel like I need to take on another partner? How would you feel, honestly?
So I'm going to want
transparency, and
I'm going to answer for myself. Okay. I'm going to answer for myself. So in the current relationship that I'm in right now, if this partner has expressed, we talk about everything. And one of the things I pride our relationship on is the fact that we can talk about uncomfortable shit. Like we talk about stuff and like we just talk about everything. He has communicated to me that I meet all of his needs. Right? He's also communicated that there are some sexual needs that no one woman has been able to satisfy. And because we have these open conversations, I think that he feels comfortable enough to bring it to me, should he decide that he wants to explore, that area sexually, that I would be okay with him doing so.
Okay, so you would be okay with that? Okay.
I would be okay with it because we're communicating about it. He's been honest about it from the beginning. From the very beginning, he's communicated these things to me. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm not on board with that, but like I don't hate it. I don't think that you're wrong.
He's giving you the option.
You can move in ways to protect yourself sexually.
Right.
Definitely.
That's what's important, protection.
Yeah.
You
don't want them to expose you. So the honesty helps protect you, right? Now, what about men? How would you feel, fellas, if your woman came to you and said that she wants to explore another partner because all her needs are not being fulfilled? There's nothing against you, right? You are fulfilling her needs to a capacity, right? But she needs something else, right? And how would you guys feel from a male's perspective if your woman came to you and said she wanted to take on another partner? I'm going to answer how I would feel. I'm not mature enough. I'm just being honest. Like for me, honestly, like I just want my man. Like I can't control if he needs more, right? I can't, but I might let him go completely because I don't know if I would be able to control my jealousy to where it would make the relationship toxic. You know what I'm saying? And so I would rather let him go because I don't think that that's something that I can handle. But would I be mad at him? No, right? I wouldn't be upset because he came to me and he was honest about it. It's better than him cheating on me, right? It gives me an option to stay or go.
Consent is sexy.
Yeah, it is.
Consent is
I can't do it though. And so when I get into a relationship, I do temperature checks every now and again. We still exclusively doing this, still, because soon as I need men to know, you could tell me when you're ready to jump out the box, because that's
let me know.
Protect my cootie cat. Don't have me exposed,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I'll know where this relationship lies, and I'll decide whether I'm going to stay or go. 9 times out of 10, I'm leaving. I can't do it.
And that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That is fair.
Because I don't want to be toxic. I'm not ready. And that relates to, me already dealing with abandonment issues, rejection issues, right? So I already know what I'm in the process of healing from. So to be in a relationship where somebody is taking on another relationship, that might trigger me. I might feel a little abandoned.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up, because I wouldn't be okay with him saying that he wants another relationship. If he's like, I feel like, I want to pursue a relationship with somebody else as well as with you, I'm out. I can't do it.
Oh, so for you, sex is okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so if he said that, do you put any boundaries behind that?
Behind around the sex?
Behind just the sex. Like, can these women just, when he's doing this, they're coming to his house, he's dating them. Like, how does it not turn into a relationship? You can't really control that.
I don't know. He hasn't brought it.
No, I'm not saying he did. I'm just throwing out some example.
But for sure, there's boundaries. The boundaries are, it has to be protected, number one. And then, like, I guess, like, I would just want to know about it. I would want to know, like, when it's happening. Yeah. So that I'm not, like, disturbing. If I call you and you don't answer, like, I'm gonna feel some kind of way. I don't know that it's happening. But if I know that this Saturday night, like, it's going down, then I'm gonna give you, like, I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna come over. I'm gonna give you.
How do you control relationships not developing out of those things? Like, because there's no guarantee if your man.
Because men, that's the thing. Men can have sex without developing feelings. They can. And I know that for a fact. And I know, especially with him, like, it's just about the sex act.
If that's the case, then can't they fall in love with the sex?
We do. We talk about it all the time. How many of us been in relationships thinking we in love, but it was the eggplant?
But as a woman, yes. But
no, men too.
I don't know.
I had a whole married man in love with me.
Men too. They fall in love with that kitty too.
He told
me. Or that woman turn around, put something on him that nobody else ever has, and made him.
They be in love.
That's right. They be giving up the whole house. What's her name? Sunshine on
Like, food in the air.
I'm not coming home. Honey, I'm not coming home.
Oh, it can be done. They'll be coming back begging for more, depending on how you.
These men be falling in love. Believe me, I've had a few.
But I think that he also recognizes what he has at home. Like,
there you go. Then that's the part of the relationship that matters.
And he's like,
what the real relationship is about.
Exactly. This is more of like a fetish. This is something like, this is just an itch that needs to be scratched. This is not, I'm lacking anywhere in my relationship. This is just like, I'm trying to stick it in here, and you won't let me do it. Can I go stick it in somebody else? Sure, go ahead.
Okay, got it. So that's like Ghost, like how Ghost is. He can disconnect.
Right.
Like that, right? Your average logical thinker, I'm dead. He say, my homegirl woke up to her man on the couch spooning his male friend. She was hurt, but she didn't leave him either. Couldn't be me.
Spooning?
Spooning.
Wait, was he the big spoon or the little spoon?
Was he the big spoon?
Was he the big spoon or the little spoon?
Right? My homegirl.
It matters.
Spooning his male friend. What would y'all do if you woke up and your man was on the couch spooning his male friend? What would y'all do?
Flip that bitch over.
Make room.
Move over, y'll.
No,
wow, I could do that.
That's
what would you do though?
I don't know. I probably grab a book.
Yeah, is there something you need to explain to me? Got some explaining to do.
No, but think about, you know how many times I spent the night in Brooklyn with my girlfriend and her husband got up and came in the living room and we were spooning on the couch.
That's different though.
Why? Why? Here we go with society.
Well,
Who was spooning you?
I was spooning my girlfriend.
But
Oh.
like, was it what
On the
did
couch, and her husband used to come out. Sometimes he would come out in the middle of the night with the flashlight, and we'd be spooning on the couch because we'd hang up, watch movies. This is back in the day when I smoked cigarettes. We'd be smoking and watching movies and shit like that, and we fall asleep on the couch, and he'll come out with the flashlight, talking about, honey, come to bed. He come and get his wife, but we'll be on the couch spooning because it's just the couch, and we both laying on it, and we spooning. I was the little spoon. Sometimes she was the big spoon, vice versa, and nobody thought anything about it. So why do we automatically assume that two men spooning something going on? I mean, I'm with y'all guys. I'm flipping over the fucking couch. You guys, but I'm asking myself and y'all, why are we reacting that way?
Again, I would say the relationship. You know, like you said, that was your homegirl. You know, who were they? I mean, were they buddies? Who were they?
Spooning his male friend.
Oh, his male friend.
His male friend.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
what was that male friend relationship like? I mean, was it like you and your girlfriend, or was
Even if it was, say it was like me and my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, Zen, you're right. Like, I'm really thinking about, like, what the fuck? Why did I have that reaction? Why do I think it?
Why did you react to the two men spooning together?
Yeah.
Negatively, right? I spoon my girlfriends all the time. We sleep in the same bed together. I lay on my girlfriend's. My girlfriend rubs my feet. Right? We're very intimate with each other.
Right. Yeah.
So why?
But when I say relationship, how have you seen them react around each other? What I mean, how is, you know?
Right. It would make you start thinking, but again, why would you start thinking that? Do you think my girlfriend's husband started thinking about how we act in a relationship, or did he just brush it off as two women laying on the couch hugging each other?
Right.
Nobody ever questions it.
That's true.
Right?
No.
We polish each other's toes. We do a lot of shit together as women.
Listen, I got drunk with one of my girlfriends. This was on a New Year's Eve, and I woke up on New Year's Day. We got put to bed. Like, we got, you know, we were like passed out drunk, and I woke up in the morning with my coat on.
There go the baby. See, talk to you guys. Go into chat.
Okay.
Shit.
I woke up with my coat on and nothing on from the waist down. And we were in bed, snuggled up, spooning.
Yeah. With your girlfriend, right?
With my friend, yeah. But she had her coat, pants, shoes on, but I was naked from the waist down.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. I don't know. Well, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I don't think it was anything sexual.
Yeah.
But my boyfriend
comfortable.
Right. And that's like my, you know, I don't know. It was just okay. I don't know. Zen help.
Exactly, Zen. That's my question. Why do we automatically go in that direction? Why do we question what is their relationship like? That's exactly what I just asked Cheryl. Nobody ever questioned me and my girlfriend's relationship. Nobody ever thought that we were sleeping together and we cuddled and all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. How many times have you walked down the street as a woman, right? With your arm entangled in your girlfriend's arm, and y'all just walking down the street like this? How many times you and your girlfriend walk arm in arm together down the street? Just walking together, talking, having a good time. No problem. If you see two men hooked arm in arm down the street, laughing and joking and laughing, falling all over each other, y'all would automatically assume that they were gay.
Yeah.
Why?
Right. I don't know. Why am I like that?
Y'all?
Why am I like that?
Why are we like that?
Yeah.
Right? And so we have to start asking ourselves, when we say society is this, we are society.
It's us.
On here right now are a part of society. So what are you thinking?
It's me. I'm the problem.
Exactly. It's me. I'm society.
It's me.
Why do we automatically assume that? And you know what's crazy? You know how many friends that I have that just like women? or bisexual friends, and I'll still get in the bed with their asses
Mhm.
and cuddle up on them and shit like that, knowing that they're attracted to women, but it don't bother me. I'll
I'm not
still get in
attracted.
the bed with them and hug them and hold them like it's nothing. Now, how many men would get in the bed knowing that their friend is bisexual, or how many men would get in the bed with each other, period, right? But how
Right.
many men would, well, we know that. How many men would go out with their bisexual or gay friend by themselves, right? And hang out with them, right? They're not, because they don't want people to assume that they're gay also. But
But
women do it all the time.
but there's a difference now, right? So the people that are in college and younger now
Oh, now.
don't have an issue with it.
No, you're right.
Will do the things that we're talking about. Will, they say, I'm not homosexual, I'm homosexual. Right? So it's like they are affectionate with their friends. There are college kids that are two guys that are dorm mates will kiss each other goodnight, like just because it's a connection, right? It's it's not sexual. But what's that?
Men kiss each other in certain cultures in the mouth.
Exactly. But the thing is it's not really thought of like that anymore. Because these new generations, they don't have that.
Yeah.
New generations.
Yeah.
Point, right? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Valerie said, ain't no straight man spooning with another man.
You know what, to Jen's point, even my son who's 17, the way that he views sex is different than the way that I view sex. He thinks that oral sex is not sex. Like, that's not.
Well, nobody really thought that. There's a lot of motherfuckers in jail getting their dick sucked that don't think that's sex and that dick, I'm just saying.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When I was growing up, girls were sucking dick thinking that they wasn't having sex. So that's been a thing.
I didn't know. To me, like
they're still virgins.
They're still virgins, but
to me, like if you whip out what's between your legs, that's sex.
Me too. But there's a population of people who don't think oral sex is considered sex.
Okay. Here's one further. You're in a relationship. Your partner kisses someone else. Did they cheat?
What you mean? Kisses someone else? Like kisses like they aren't hello?
No, a romantic kiss. Did they cheat?
That's cheating.
Okay. What about thinking about it? Is that cheating? What if they're fantasizing? What if they're fantasizing about someone else? Is that considered cheating?
No, because they didn't act on it.
So in some cultures, that's also considered cheating.
Yeah, but you can't have your mind. I feel like you haven't executed on it, right? What I'm thinking about, I could be thinking about, like I always think about stabbing the girl in Montclair, the Circle Ho. But I don't want no cops to show up to my house and arrest me because I'm thinking about that, right? But if I go to her house and I stab the bitch, then I know I'm going to jail. But thinking about it is one thing. Executing on it is another. You can't control that. I mean, some people fantasize about other people during sex.
Uh-huh.
About that,
I do.
But according to religion, it's cheating.
Right. According to that book.
Yeah.
You can't think about shit because that's what I said. It's lust.
I'm always thinking about other shit. I'm always lusting there. Wait
a minute. So the Dalai Lama had the little boy suck his tongue. He was talking about that shit before he asked him to do it.
What?
You didn't hear that?
Oh my God. Wait, what?
You didn't know that?
No.
That was over the news, the freaking Dalai Lama.
I don't watch the news that often. When did this happen?
The Dalai Lama is, right? It's Buddhist. So he's like the Pope. To the Catholics, the Dalai Lama is the Pope to the Buddhists, right? And so the Dalai Lama, this little kid came up to greet the Dalai Lama and he kissed the kid in the mouth and told the kid to suck his tongue. They had pictures and everything was floating around on the internet. On the news, it was a big damn deal. The Dalai Lama had to apologize. He did this in public, told the little boy to suck his tongue.
Mm-hmm. And the boy
did it.
Did it.
Because people look at him like the Pope. Y'all be kissing the Pope's ring. Like
I don't understand. I mean, listen, if there was a reason behind it, but I don't understand. I'm thinking with a conditioned mind. It's different, right? I don't know. But I'm just saying.
Of the tongue? Because if it was why he apologized, then he could have said this is a cultural thing in Buddhist, right?
And I think they did try to say that. I think they did try to say.
I looked it up. I couldn't find that.
I couldn't either.
And I studied Buddhism in college, and I'm like, where is that part? Because they're supposed to be. I thought they were supposed to be like the priests, like
monks,
no sex, no nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not. I mean, didn't it? Was it?
I mean, a wife.
Are they the ones that came up with like tantric sex and you know, was that book with the
Kama Sutra?
Yeah, that you look at shit, Robin. She's quick with that one.
You know, I'm a Kama Sutra me. Shit. Wait, Juanita said, or girls with that have sex in the anus just to say that they are virgin as well.
I have a friend that did that.
Yeah.
She had anal sex before she had anal sex like in high school. Like she was letting guys fuck her in the ass, and she was like, "I'm still a virgin." I'm like, "What? Bitch?
Are you still a virgin if you get what deems you a virgin?" Everybody says it's the cherry popping, but is that really what deems you a virgin?
Back in the day, right?
Yeah, what does it mean today?
Because if you bust the
hymen,
right? So then you're able to conceive after that, right? Because it's now gone.
Well, you can conceive with the hymen intact.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
See, my granddaughter, her hymen is broken because she used tampons. She never had sex with a guy.
Mine was broken on the bike.
And then think about it, right? When she had sex, her first sexual encounter was with a woman. Is she still a virgin?
No.
No, by today's standards, I don't think so. No.
Right.
No, I don't think so. I think that
people understand this, right?
It's an antiquated term, right? Because you think virgin, you think Virgin Mary. Like that's kind of where it originates from, right?
Yeah.
And very old times. No one cares if your kid's a virgin anymore, unless you're like highly religious or whatever. But I mean, personally, I don't want a virgin. I don't want to have to teach nobody.
No,
you
I don't
fucking come prepared. Do your homework. I ain't teaching you.
Somebody that don't know how to eat cootie cat or suck a dick.
Yeah, no, I don't have time for that. I don't want it.
My God.
I don't want it.
But I remember as a child, some of my friends' parents never let them do stayovers with the girls. We slept in the same beds as kids, but as adults, it's different.
Hey, D.
Yeah. Your average logical thinker said, my baby daddy bought an engagement ring and decided not to propose because I rubbed on a girl's boobs. He said I cheated. I remember that. Like, I'm still bugged out over the fact that you rubbed on a girl's boobs and he got upset. Like, to me, that sounds like there's something deeper there.
But for him, if that was his boundary, like, that's his boundary. Like, can you be mad at it? Yeah. Okay. I feel like you can be mad if you didn't know.
Well, yeah, and I was going to say, like, if that's a thing like that was never communicated or discussed or whatever, and it happened and he got really upset, then I would have to say it's immature of him, because he could say, you know what, I've never communicated this to you and I don't like it. I don't care for it. I think it's wrong. And and then and then you move on from there, right? Like, you don't just break up or not decide to propose.
I'm like, I think that was a bit harsh. So to me, I feel like it was something deeper. Because to me, you know, you're in a relationship to a point of getting engaged, which means that y'all love each other, which means that, you know, there's a level of communication y'all are at this point. So if you do something that affects him, he should be able to just communicate that. Right. Y'all should be able to move past it.
But that would make me question the relationship then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's much deeper than that to me.
Yeah.
Right. So you might have got saved, your average logical thinker.
Exactly. Or, you know, not only did you get saved, but he showed his true colors because he's the one that acted this way, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he was all talk and told you one thing when he didn't really feel that way.
Yeah.
Right. Because where's the love? Like, you love me, you were easy to just cut this off just because I rub somebody's boobs.
Yeah,
like, there's just no
stupid.
room for error in your relationship, no room for, difficult conversations and amendments. Like, I don't understand that. Hey, Dissenter, you walked in on the normal. Well, I need to say, it's not the first time Dalai Lama doing that. If he felt so comfortable doing that in public, it's a natural situation for him and natural occurrence. Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe, because the only difference is, and this is what I was talking to my coworkers about on Tuesday, that I say, people always say, oh my God, times have changed, all this shit going on around in the world. And I'm like, did times change? Or is social media and the way we get the information the thing that changed?
Yes.
See, before we had to deal with the New York Post, the Daily News, and we had to lick our fingers and flip the newspaper to read the stories. And maybe the Dalai Lama story would have been on page 15 in the corner, and we might not have read that.
But it probably wasn't covered at all.
Or it probably wasn't covered at all, right? But now with social media, if one person sees something or hears something, they post it, and then it gets spread and it goes all around. So I don't think that the world has changed, and I don't think that these things that the Dalai Lama is doing is new. I just think the way we get the information has changed. And so it looks like a lot of shit is going on, but this shit been going on.
But at the same time, we're thinking with an old mindset with all of these new avenues of information.
That's
exactly true.
That's very true.
Right. True.
So you're not really ready to receive that information, because if you're still looking at things very narrowly, according to how you were raised, how you were conditioned, how you were taught, whatever, it's a whole different situation. If you want to be open and say, okay, not my thing, if it's yours, have at it, be happy. If that is how you choose to worship and be and be rooted in gratitude for this person, and this is what they do, fine. I'm not Buddhist, I couldn't tell you. Right. So I really try not to judge, because I don't like it being done to me.
I know that's right.
And I know some of the shit I do, people come off looking at me sideways. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Nah, he's not to be alone with little boys. I agree, Valerie. But like it was said, this is not anything new. This is just our first time.
It's in our face
hearing about it, right? Because think about it. Who the fuck for the first time sits in front of the public and goes, suck my tongue?
He's comfortable.
But what were the parents there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, were they present?
I'm sure the parents were there. It was a little kid, and it was
right. I literally saw the headline and moved past it.
I saw it on the news, and I was like, well, it was a crowd of people. It was like how people go see the Pope. So I'm pretty sure the parents was probably, but some people get so caught up in the religious aspect of what they're doing that sometimes the parents might have glossed over it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it the parents that made a big deal, or was it the population of people? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I need to look this shit up.
Please look it up. Dalai Lama suck boy's tongue. It's gonna come up. Okay. Valerie said that exposed him. Yes, publicly, because he probably been doing this on a regular. Juanita said a lot of people don't have conversations before they get into sleeping with each other or getting married. I'm a lot of people. Even a lot of people get married and they don't know a lot of things about their person. That was my mistake. But I'm not going to make that mistake no more. But I'm still growing up and learning to have difficult conversations.
Yeah. Like, what is cheating? What's cheating? It's different for everybody. You ask 10 people, you're going to get 10 different answers.
If you're thinking about some shit, is that cheating? And I'm like, the fuck no, because damn it, I'm always cheating.
Same.
I'm always the fuck cheating. If that's always, I can't control this little mind.
Everybody I look at, I imagine them having sex.
Oh God.
I wish I didn't.
Okay. Okay.
But that's not cheating. That's just like fucking, that's the way I'm wired.
Society is the same. The only thing is we now have exposure by social media. That's what I say. We have exposure by everybody having a camera to take a video, to take a picture. Exactly. Cheryl Lee said it was said that he was teasing with the boy. Oh, he was teasing with the boy. Now, not that it's a Buddhist thing.
Johnny, I almost spit my water out.
He was teasing with the boy, because if I did that to my man, I would consider that teasing, sexually teasing him.
Right, yeah.
Definitely teasing him. I agree with him.
Because he didn't actually do it. I just watched the video.
Oh, what did he do?
The Dalai Lama stuck his tongue out, and the boy was just like, kind of laughing. So it never actually happened.
But he asked him to suck his tongue.
Yeah, but they were laughing the whole time. So, I mean, it was another language I couldn't hear, but it's just, it seemed innocent enough, right? If he's asking that question, then yeah, the way I would think something of it, but they were laughing the whole time. So I think contextually, they knew something that we didn't as observers.
Okay. All right. Well, Johnny Leon Hill said, what if the Dalai Lama asked me to suck his tongue and I licked the whole left side of his face? Am I wrong? I'm sure it would have been a problem.
Bite that piece of shit out.
Lick the Dalai Lama's face. But, and it I don't know. Oh, before we go, so I saw that Jada Pinkett Smith is directing, huh? You said is directing or co-director or something of a new Cleopatra movie coming out, right? And so I don't have all the details because I read it right before I went on the show this morning, but it seems like there's a petition going around, right? Because people are upset because she casted Cleopatra with a Black woman, right? And Cleopatra, based on her history, even though they still have not found Cleopatra's burial grounds and stuff like that, and they're still digging through Cleopatra's history. I'm real ain't. I love shit like that.
So do I.
You do, right? I watch History Channel. I love, and they just had a special on it where they went around and they're still searching for Cleopatra's tomb, and they're still learning different things about her culturally, everything, right? So that we don't know everything about Cleopatra at all, right? You supposedly, based on history, she's from the Greek islands or someplace like that originally, right? And some people speculate that she could be mixed with a little bit of Black, but they're not sure, right? And so people are upset and petitioning this movie because she casted a Black woman to play Cleopatra, and they're calling it blackwashing. No,
blackwashing. Okay.
Well, I mean, technically, all of Egyptian history was whitewashed, right?
You went where I was going.
Exactly. So, I don't understand. What this is like saying reverse racism.
Where he go? Oh, I turned him off by mistake. Come back.
Dang.
I got excited.
Bitch. No, I said this is like reverse racism, right? People say oh, well, I think reverse racism is worse than racism. It's like, you can't be racist if you're white.
Period.
That's not how this works.
Hard stop. Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? What does racism mean? You are for the superior race, which means people dictating that white is the superior race, which is not the case. But whatever. I digress. But all of history was basically whitewashed.
Exactly.
I mean, Jesus wasn't white either. Hey, I got news.
I was like Moses. Like Jesus and the white Moses. We've been whitewashed
exactly
history for damn years, lifetime, centuries, right?
Yeah.
And now the Little Mermaid got beat the fuck up, and now Cleopatra movie is being targeted because it's a Black person playing Cleopatra. We don't know the full story of Cleopatra. See, Johnny said they still got Elizabeth Taylor's face in their heads.
That's it.
The first person.
Exactly. Yes.
She was a beautiful Cleopatra, but I'm just saying the whole shit was whitewashed. Right? And so I'm just saying, the fuck? Stop it, y'all. These are just shows, and we don't know all of Cleopatra's history. We really don't the fuck know.
I mean, even the movie, there was the Bible movie,
right?
Yeah.
That came out in the 60s.
White
All
Wine.
white cast. They were
White
on
Wine.
all
No,
white cast.
yeah.
And I think
Great
everybody
scene.
has that set, like, oh, well, they're portraying this, so they must have all been white.
Right, in the Middle East. That's smart. Okay.
Right.
Because the Middle East is white.
Yeah, exactly.
Valerie said, I'm a flirt. Is that cheating? Great. I'm a flirt too. I flirt. I do.
Depends
Yes.
on who you're in a relationship with.
But I flirt even when I'm in a relationship. Is that cheating?
But
But it's a question that you should have. It's a discussion that you should have.
Great point. So there's the answer, Valerie, right? It's only cheating based on your relationship, right? So everybody's relationship is different. Y'all need to have these discussions. If you know you're a flirter and you know your man's a flirter and you got with them knowing that y'all need, if you think that that's going to bother you, y'all need to talk about that.
Yep.
Right.
Like Eric, when we were, I guess, not first dating, but early dating, like within the first couple of years, we used to go to a club. He doesn't dance. I love to dance. I love to dance with everybody. And I'll go out in the middle of the floor and just like grind up on people and have fun and have a good time or whatever. He liked to watch it because he knew I wasn't going home with anybody. It really wasn't sexual. I was just having a good time. But if you were looking at it, you could be like, oh, these people are about to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Like Chance the Rapper. Like Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. Well, that's carnival. Yeah.
It's carnival. So, like, is that cheating? He's married. He was grinding up on a dancer. Like, is that a problem?
I mean, listen, when I went to hedonism, when I used to go to hedonism, listen, I grinded up on a lot of motherfuckers. And my man was right there.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers are naked. I'm going over there to grind on that motherfucker. All the ass is out. I'm going over there, right? But you're in that environment. You know that it's just a moment. It's not like y'all are having sex. You're having a great time. You're mingling.
Right.
And you know what? I like that sexual energy. Like that whole, round me up. So when I get back to the room, I'll be like, fuck me in the mouth, ass, pussy, all at the same time.
Yeah, all that. It's foreplay for you.
Yes.
For my man. That's all.
You with everything. Because you be so riled up from the sexual energy. And so I think it's okay to be like that. But again, Valerie, the conversation needs to happen between the two people so that y'all know, what your boundaries are.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I love that. Your average logical thinker say if you go to Europe, they understand real history. All the museums and cathedrals have Black Jesus and the disciples everywhere. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I've never been to Europe.
Go to Europe.
I have never been.
You will be so happy going to Europe. And it's just everything over there is just different. It's their food is better. I feel like they embrace so many more things. They are just open. And the majority of them speak English, which is great.
I have never been to Europe and I do want to go, and I do have to plan a trip to go. The other day I was laying on the couch and I told my mother, yesterday I was laying on the couch and I told my mother just yesterday, I said, Ma, I had an epiphany. She was like, what? I said, I'm sitting here and I'm laying on the couch and I'm like, damn, I'm bored. And I said, hold up. I don't have no little kids. I don't have no husband. I could work from any fucking where.
Mm-hmm.
Do that shit.
Why am I sitting here?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I was like, I could literally book a flight and go and sit anywhere and work from there and live my life.
Yep.
And what's so crazy? The epiphany came because I was like, why would that shock me that I'm free? Because I've never been free. Right? I'm so used to being held down by either parenting or grandparenting or some level of responsibility that I'm sitting here holding myself hostage and didn't even realize
for no reason.
Free to just go. I didn't have to worry about a schedule or nothing. And I was like, damn, that's like amazing. I have never been free, y'all. I know that sounds crazy to y'all, but like to be able to just say I'm going on vacation or I'm going here for the weekend, I could do that shit.
I mean, you're not that free because if you're going to try to work while you're traveling, then you're tied down to the time zone.
Well, right. What I mean by free is, if I chose to go to Europe, then I would choose to work from Europe according to US time, if that was my choice.
Mm-hmm.
And so like if you were in Germany or in, you know, Central Eastern Standard European Standard Time, that's
Yeah.
6 hours ahead,
Yeah.
right? So you would have to
Alternate my sleep patterns. We do it all
alternate.
the time.
Yeah.
Guys on my job work from India because they go to India to visit their families for like a month at a time. And they have to keep, when they're there, if they're just taking a week or two vacation, the remaining time that they're working from there, they have to work on US schedule. So
And
they have to sleep.
they're working all night.
Yeah, they're working all night, but they have to sleep during the day there.
Yeah.
During their daytime. Yeah.
Ooh.
A beautiful epiphany. I know people overseas that work remote and love it. Yes. I mean, I couldn't live overseas. My boss, you know, he's going to expect me to come back, but I can do that if I wanted. Like I could just hop up. Like there was a girl on the Virgin Voyages. She extended her stay on the Virgin Voyages. And she said, I'm working. She pays for an upgraded Wi-Fi. And she works from her balcony in her room. And when she's finished, she hangs out on the boat.
There's a woman that lives on a cruise ship.
Yes, I met someone that said their mother lives on a cruise ship too.
Or yeah, there's a bunch of people because it's actually cheaper than paying rent.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're basically fed. I mean, you're always going the same thing, right? But
well, a lady I met on the Virgin Voyages, her mother lives on not the Queen Mary. It's a well-known ship, and her mother lives on it, retired and bought a cabin. You know, you buy it like a condo or whatever.
Yeah.
She bought a cabin and they go to different ports. It depends on the time of year, the season. They go to different ports and you're allowed to get off at the port, right? As long as you have your passport, your visa, all your paperwork, right? You're allowed to get off the port and you could stay at that place and wait for the boat to come back around. If it's coming back around, you could do that. She said her mother gets on and off the boat a lot.
Wow.
And she lives this life and she loves it because you eat, you drink, everything is a part of whatever you pay. You know, you pay a maintenance fee, like a condo.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper for them and they get to travel.
There's a gym.
You
can walk around. You always have great views.
There's a doctor.
Yeah.
Right. And if you need medical care, you have real intense medical care, they'll get you to a hospital at
crazy.
port. You know, it's a great way to live. But where do they go when it's like a hurricane or like a tsunami and some shit? Where does the boat go?
Right.
To a dock.
Deep.
Just dock up. Yeah. Dock up, tie down.
And do they? I wonder if they make people get off the boat and find shelter on wherever they dock. It's interesting boat living, right? Because, you know, depending on where you're going, some of these storms are really, really bad.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, in some cases, they might have to get off the boat or the boat might go all the way out to sea to a calmer. I don't know how that works. Cheryl Lee said, my niece moved to Senegal, Africa, and work and gets a salary from the U.S. and living well. What? She loves it. And her 5-year-old son is learning different cultures and languages. Wow, she gets U.S. salary. That's wonderful. I love it. I've never been to Africa either. And so, you know, when I do go, it's so many countries in Africa that I want to visit. I don't know how I'm going to freaking do it. But like, I want to go to Tanzania. I want to go to Ghana. I want to go to different places in different countries in Africa while I'm there.
Same.
You know? Right. And so I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know how much that's going to cost. I don't know if that's like a 3-week thing or a month type of thing.
Pull that off.
I don't know. But, you know, when I fly there, I got to get as much in as possible because that's a long ass flight. And so I got to get as much in as possible. I want to go to Egypt. I want to go to I want to cruise the Red Sea. I want to do a lot of shit.
Me too.
Right?
Like your average logical thinker said, that's her dream. I want my kid to experience that. Got his passport before COVID kicked off. You know, Eric never has been out of the country. And I've been to Europe a bunch of times.
Really?
I've never been to an island, but I've gone to Europe.
But I always go to an island. I go to Europe.
And I want him to experience that, and I want to share that with him. And I booked a river cruise from Zurich to Paris. So you go up the Rhine River. and you get off at a couple places in Germany and France and all this kind of stuff. And I thought that would be a great intro to all the different cultures and things like that. But then COVID hit, so we had to cancel.
So let me ask you, when you booked your trip, you did that through a travel agent?
No, I just did it through Viking Cruises.
Oh no, but I mean, when you flew to Europe, you just flew there and then got on the boat directly, or you flew there, stayed a couple of days here, hopped around here, took a train pass, did this, did that.
No, it was all work. Every time I went, it was through work.
Okay, got it.
And I will never fly to Europe not in business class.
No,
I need my cubicle so I can lay down and sleep.
I agree,
because it's a long ass flight.
Why I ask is because when I think about going to Europe, right? I want to do so much, right? And so it's like I want to go to Paris, I want to go to London.
Yeah.
Right? I want to spend most of my time. I want to spend like a day or two in Paris, maybe 2 days in Paris, maybe 3. Right? 2 days might be enough. I want to go to London and spend like 3 days, right, or 4. Right, because I know London has got a lot of shit. I want to do the trains. I want to do all that shit. I want to experience all that. Then I want to go to. I want to somehow get to Ireland.
Mm-hmm. There are boats that go between.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to try to do that. Right. It's so much shit that I want to do. So when I plan a trip like that, that's why I'm trying to figure out how do I do that. I want to plan a European trip where I get to do Paris, London, Ireland, right? And then I want to do an Africa trip where I get to experience multiple countries and cruise the Red Sea.
So next year I will be 50. So for my 50th, I told Eric I want to go to Ireland, England, Scotland, and Paris.
Oh my God, Scotland. I forgot about Scotland.
Y'all traveling mofos.
I want to see, I've never been to Europe. So it's like when I go, it's like I really need to go. And I'm probably going to have to do Europe twice or 3 times to get everything I want to do because I do want to do Scotland.
Yeah, keep going back.
You know what I'm saying? I do want to do that. And I want to really experience it. Like when I go to Ireland, one of the things I want to do, don't laugh at me, is I want to climb a mountain and I want to sing like, in the sounds of music.
Girl, that's the Swiss Alps.
I know that's the Swiss Alps, but I feel like Ireland has space for me to do that.
They really, I mean, it's hilly. It's hilly. It's not mountainy.
I mean, hilly.
Yeah. So, but here's what my cousin did. He actually went on the southwest coast of Ireland from one city, and I think like did it for a day, rode horseback all down the coast of Ireland.
You see what I'm saying? Now that's fabulous.
Yeah.
I said I want to be a cowgirl and I could do it.
Why not?
Of Ireland? See what I'm saying? I want to do all that.
I gotta go, y'all.
I'm free. I gotta go too. It's 10:16. Like I don't have a job. Like what?
Oh, I've been working. Sorry, y'all.
Look, I'm working too. My laptop is right here. I have to said my husband and I are talking about living abroad within the next 5 years. We're about to get our investment together so we can have that type of freedom. I love that. Valerie said, but I wouldn't want to live on a boat. I could definitely live on an island. Valerie, me too. My dream is to really live on some island somewhere and open up a business on the beach, renting rafts and shit. That's all I want to do and be 420 mode every day. That's it. And that's all wearing flip-flops and a sundress. I'm good. Like I'm really about that life. All right. Your average logical thinker said, I am the center of facts. Me and my baby father didn't fight once in Paris. I'm fucking dead. Paris has that kind of thing on you?
Well, they said D said, out of the country sex hits different.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I've never been to Europe, so I don't know what Europe sex is like. But when I go to the Caribbean island, the palm trees make me horny. So I understand. I understand it said, girl, we are madly in love at your average. I know that's right. When you are traveling, you do love your partner extra hard. It's something about that travel shit. That's why people need to just book a trip once a year, rekindle that relationship shit.
You don't have your everyday stress. You're just able to be with one another, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
And you're sharing experiences that neither of you have really had before, which is also that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl Lee said, went from Rome to Paris. That's another one. I got to go to Rome. See, I got too much shit to do.
I love Italy. I love Italy.
Germany is interesting. But
yeah, Germany is great. Separate. Germany is awesome.
I would do that separate. I would do Germany, Berlin. I would do those kind of.
So in Germany, I would do. So I've been to Frankfurt. And that's where I worked because I worked at Deutsche Bank. So I was in Germany and then did like a lot of the southern Germany areas. Okay. But if I go back, I would do like Hamburg, I would do Berlin, I would do, a lot of the northern cities because there are a lot of I hear they're a lot of fun, and I have friends over there too.
And it's very cultural.
Yes.
And I love it. So I would do that separate. Germany, Berlin, I would do all of that separate. Ask Shirley, yes, Germany. I want to go there. My girlfriend is going there in a couple of weeks, and when she goes there, she goes to the name brand stores because the prices are like $600 different from the US. And so she pinged me and she was like, Robin, start looking around, see if you want something. Like, I'm not a label whore like I used to be. So it's very, I have bags that I don't even carry because they have the LV all over it. I'm more of now I carry bags that you don't know what they are, right? I don't like the monogram names all over it. So I told her, I said, I'm gonna look and see if there's something that I want. But she said the prices are $600 less.
It depends. Well, you got to think about
not Chanel.
Also, you got to also think about the exchange rate of like euros to dollars, which euros are always more than the dollar. So
that's what it is. That is right. So because of that, I could get a bag for a little cheaper price, in Germany. And so I'm happy about that shit, but whatever. Not 420 mode. Yes, 420 mode. Damn, I'm about to run up my credit card and book some flights. Oh my God, reminiscent. Oh, wait a minute. Who are these people calling me? 1 second, y'all. Hello? Yes, that's correct. Okay, I will. Thank you.
Hi, are you interested in lowering your car insurance?
No, that was actually Lincoln confirming my appointment for tomorrow to get my brakes done because y'all know that I'm ghetto, right? And so my brakes are hollering and making noise for the last 3 weeks, and I drive around with my windows up and the music loud so I can't hear it. Okay, I don't care. I don't give a damn what y'all hear. Johnny said, I'm going to Greece next year. I'm trying to go to Greece in November. Let's see if wifey trying to get it in at the Coliseum.
Johnny,
you nasty.
Johnny.
Cheryl Lee said, it's a train that does a trip from Rome to Paris. Yes. I would love to get on that.
When I went to Italy, it was in high school. That was the only time I went to Europe, and it wasn't through work. But my mom made me go because it was either a choice between going to Italy or going to Florida for the senior class trip. And she's like, yeah, you're not going to Florida. You can go there anytime.
Yeah.
And it was the best thing. And that's what opened up my whole life in terms of how I see the world. Because we landed in Milan and then went from Milan and basically ping-ponged all down the country to Rome. So we went to Venice, and then we went to Florence, and then we were in Pompeii, and then we went here. We went there. I mean, it was just like you saw so many great things.
I want to go to Capri too.
Capri, I hear, is beautiful. And then this year we're going to Amsterdam, and then right after we're going to the Amalfi Coast.
Amsterdam, I want to go to too.
Yep.
I want to do so much in Europe. It's a damn shame. It really is.
Get started.
I know, and I'm free.
Book it.
Like, why am I could just go. Like, and those are places where I feel like I could travel by myself.
Well, and somebody mentioned it too. So if you actually book just to get over there, then when you're there, you can book other places to travel to, because it is significantly cheaper to travel within Europe than it is to go from the United States to Europe, because the US imposes ridiculous taxes on travel, whereas in Europe they do not.
Well, how do
So
you do that when you get to Europe? Does your hotel help you with that? Like, how do you book trips from there?
I don't know.
Oh.
I've never really done it, but I've heard that, people do it. I could ask a friend of mine who does
I
it.
can ask my cousin too. He always goes to Europe, and he says when he gets there, he buys his train pass to travel to maybe Rome, and he does all of these little internal trips once he gets there. And I don't think he books everything in advance. I think he does book some stuff once he gets there.
Yeah. It's because
Yeah,
it's a lot cheaper.
yeah,
That's why European people can go on holiday for, not only because they usually get 6 to 8 weeks vacation time, but
yeah,
it's cheaper to go like from Europe to South Africa,
yeah,
right? You can fly from Europe to South Africa the same cost it would cost us to go to California.
yeah. You know, there's another place that's like that, and I'm gonna manifest this because I really want to do this for my mom, right? And so I want to take my mom to Dubai, right? And while we're in Dubai, I want to go over to I want to see Morocco. I want to see the Philippines. Like from Dubai, you can literally buy plane ticket to fly to these places for like $200. My girlfriend lives in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes everywhere from Dubai, hops around to all these places, Guam, everywhere for pennies. She said, Robin, all you got to do is get to Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
Get to Dubai, have the time. We could book a flight to go to the Philippines, to Guam, to Morocco, wherever. And it's cheap.
Yep.
It's cheap. And she has the most, she's been living there some years. She's coming here in July for a couple of days, but she's been living there for some years and she absolutely loves it. And so that's another little bucket trip that I want to do. But I want to be able to do that one with my mom because she keeps talking about Dubai. And I'm like, it'd be nice to take her to Dubai and then put her butt on a plane and hop her over to the Philippines so she could say, Dag, I've been to the Philippines. The Philippines have some nice beaches, y'all. And I only know that because my girlfriend that lives in Dubai goes to the Philippines. Them beaches are the fucking bomb.
You should go to the Maldives.
You know I'm trying to get to the Maldives. And you know what it is? You know what it is? The flights.
Yeah.
The freaking flights are so fucking long. That's another place that's safe to travel by yourself, I think. Like Thailand and these places, like you could go by yourself and you get to these resorts where they have like these healing and meditation resorts and shit like that out there. You can stay in and chill. I love that. I might look into something like that too. Right. Juanita wants to know where's the dog. Hi, Brody.
He was sleeping. My
He
baby
was
boy.
sleeping. Hi, Brody.
Hello. Hello. And then here's Oliver.
Hi, Oliver.
Oh my God. All right. Slow down. Slow down. It's all right.
Hi, Oliver. Oh, no, they don't look alike.
No, they don't. No. His face is a lot like it's different. And his eyes are really bright. I think I don't know what he's mixed with, but I've seen that face before.
Well, you're going to do a DNA and then you'll tell us.
Yeah.
I want to go to Positano, Italy.
Yeah, Positano.
Trip to Egypt and Dubai. Okay.
Positano is on the west coast. It's right on the coast, and they have some of the best wine there. So I'm going to the Amalfi Coast, which is basically that includes parts of Positano, Tuscany, yeah, as well. Mm-hmm.
That's a good wine place, I heard.
I would love to stay in Tuscany actually as well, at some point, but I want to go to Greece. I would love to go to Cyprus and different islands. I want to go to Malta.
Me too. I would love to
Malta. Some of these places that have like a historical significance, but are also kind of rooted in or shrouded in some kind of level of mystery. Like you hear about Malta and how the Knights Templar and all that kind of stuff and all that stuff. Like that shit I just love. I could just eat it up.
Yeah, I love it. All right. I need to get the hell off of here because I got work to do. I just looked and a lot of my meetings are canceled, so that's why I'm not frantically panicking. But I'm pretty sure that I need to be doing something. All right, when it comes to work. Oh, Theo. I mean, my Peloton shoe won't clip into my bike no more. One of my shoes won't clip into the bike. And I was gonna call Peloton, but I was like, I'm really being ghetto because I've had my bike since 2018. 5 years. I'm in my 5th year with my bike, and they're probably gonna say, "Bitch, those are the same shoes you bought." Like, I know you're not calling us talking about your shoe don't clip into the bike no more. And so I ordered another pair from Amazon, a cheap pair, because Peloton want to charge you $140 for their shoes, and I'm like, no. This is not a fashion show, and the shoes are ugly anyway. You can get a pair from Amazon for $60, okay? And so I went on Amazon and bought me some, but they're not coming until Saturday. So I rode my bike yesterday, real ghetto. One shoe clipped in, the other one not, and I was praying to the gods that my foot didn't slip. All right, that's it. All right, so pray for me today when I get on this bike. Johnny says Cyprus and Malta has the most beautiful people.
Oh, well, then in that case, Johnny, I'll fit right in.
You know what? Goodbye. Oh my goodness. Right? You met
Wait, Robin, can't you buy any clip-in shoes?
Yeah, that's why I said I bought a pair from Amazon for $60.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant.
Yeah, I didn't buy the Peloton ones because I didn't want to spend the money, and they just shoes for me to clip in my bike and ride. So I went on Amazon. You could just find Peloton compatible shoes. The only thing I hate about that is when I got my shoes from Peloton, they put the clasp on the bottom. It was already there. Yeah. They're gonna send me the fucking shoes, and I gotta put this thing on the bottom myself. Now, would it be ghetto if I went to the Peloton store and was like, "Can you just install these on my ghetto shoes?" And they're not Peloton shoes. Would that be ghetto?
Is there a Peloton store?
Yeah, yes, in the mall. That's where I bought my bike.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Garden State Plaza. Yes, they got storefronts. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Didn't know they had brick and mortar.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. They got a big, on where's the avenue we catch the bus from when you ghetto and you're taking the bus to DC? Me. On 9th Avenue and 33rd, the Peloton building is there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a big ass building. That's their corporate building, and then they have Peloton studios where if I wanted to go ride my bike in the studio, I can go into New York City and ride in the actual studio.
Can you be with the people? Like with the actual, are they there?
They're all there. It's like an inside studio. So you sign up for the class and you go ride in the studio with them. The same, when you take a class on the Peloton, you're riding with them, but you're on the screen. They're in the classroom. You could be in the classroom too. As long as you're a Peloton member, you can go to the studio.
Right. Theo's got a good point. You can go to any bike store to have them do it. It doesn't have to be Peloton.
Oh, okay. I could go to any bike store. Thank you, Theo. Thank you so much. So I'll go to a bike store and have them put them on, put my things on for me because I don't know how to do that. Thank you for that, Theo. Cause Theo, you still got the same Peloton shoes, or you changed your shoes too by now? One of my shoes don't clip in. Ghetto. Malta. I gotta learn to travel by myself because
Cheryl said saw so many cut off dicks in Pompeii. So
Wait, what?
Yeah, so on the statues. So
what is that about?
So there was something called the Great Castration in Europe, and it was basically a religious event that occurred where the Catholic Church basically went and removed the genitalia from all the statues in a large portion of Europe. So that is why.
Wait, so the statues are up with their dicks cut off?
Yeah, like you see like not the Statue of David, but you see the other statues that don't have genitalia.
I've seen a statue or two like that, but I just kind of was like, okay, that's weird, but art is weird. I didn't really know that there was like a castration thing.
I'm gonna see if I could find my picture of this. So in Pompeii, there were two princes that were really into sex, and they had this room that's kind of that you could visit. I don't know where it is in relation to everything else, but you walk in and there's pictures of sex all over the place, and there are statues, and this one statue had this like ginormous cock on it, right? And I, like, being in high school, I was like, hee, let me take pictures, whatever. But I look at that shit now and I'm like, damn, that was really big. Like, I just like, fuck.
Really big. Yeah. That's like when I was younger, everybody was into these big dicks. And I mean, there's a population of people that's still into the big dicks, right? But I like a nice meaty dick. Don't get me wrong, but I don't need it on your knee. Like, I'm not, because no, that hurt. I don't know what's going on. It hurts.
No, well, you got to think about it, right? Like, from a physiological perspective, like a 10-inch dick, only 4 or 5 inches of that is going into you.
Right. And 10-inch and 2 inches girth. You know what the fuck is going on? Like, how you even putting that in your mouth? Like, I want a dick I could suck and like, and I could fucking like, not no shit that feels like a little bit of torture every time.
Yeah, exactly.
We do it. Like, I don't want lockjaw.
Why do I gotta take off like a week after?
Exactly. Johnny said marriage is another name for the great castration. I am dead. Don't do that. See, Johnny, this is why people are afraid to get married these days and times. Y'all talk about marriage so negatively.
And why you get married then?
Hey, Johnny, good question, Johnny. Somebody asked, Zen asked, why you get married? You feel like it's a great castration? Like your nuts is gone? Come on now. Why do people feel so negatively about marriage? I saw a post that said if your partner made 56,000 and the other partner made 65,000, y'all are in a 6-figure range, and y'all could do things together, and more things together than by yourself. And some people had great points. They were like, well, if you're not a good money manager, that's shit. That's true, right? And then somebody said, well, no, that's not true, because when you get into a relationship and you get into a marriage, your money is her money, but her money is her money. That's not the case.
No, it should never be the case.
Exactly. Now, I know that there's some relationships that are selfish, and I know that there's some religions that cater to that mentality, like the Islamic religion. The women do not have to contribute financially to the household. Okay, the men are the ones that provide, and the women can choose whether they want to provide or not, right? But that's something that's written in a book somewhere, and that's what they follow. But in all of my relationships, my money was never just my money. So I don't know why there's a population of people that walk around and believe that, when they get into relationships or marriages, that the women is so selfish that they wouldn't share their money. Not all women are the same. Like, not all men are the same, right? And so I just find that a lot of people speak so negatively about marriage. And at my age, I don't know about the younger generation. I feel like even the younger generation, they're not into marriage. They're into something completely different now, right? Yeah. But even at my age, like the people that are my age, they've been married, been divorced, and now all they can think about is, I don't want nobody trying to come for my money. I don't want nobody to come for this. I don't want nobody to come for that. And I'm like, what money? What money?
We know, Johnny. We know.
Marriage is a beautiful thing, and I love my wife. We know you do, but you still feel castrated.
No, he doesn't.
He said it.
He's joking.
I know. But y'all, I got to go. I got emails coming in, and I need to read through them because I got some shit going on, and I got shit in escalation, and I'm just scratching my head over here because I don't really want to work, y'all. It's 4:20. It's 4:20.
I was looking at my edibles this morning, sitting on my counter. I was like, should I just pop one?
Oh, right in the middle of your work day, and then you'll be like, what?
I'll be high. I'll be eating. I'll be tired.
Exactly, Cheryl Lee. Bullshit. Not if you're building together. It's a joint venture and preferably with contracts. What's the contract?
I don't need a contract, but
What's the contract? The marriage certificate? What's the contract?
I guess like a prenup maybe.
Oh shoot, Theo must be over there 420. It is that day. That's probably why half of my meetings got canceled. People probably like, what? I don't know.
That would be funny.
Wouldn't that be funny? Especially in our industry, because they ain't supposed to.
That would be hysterical. Imagine you called up your boss and he was like, "Hey, Rob, what's up?
Let me see.
How you doing, girl?"
Can you imagine? If you start turning on the cameras and people look fucked up, you know they would start doing them random piss tests.
Right.
They'd be like, "That's
Robin,
it."
I'm hungry.
Or he'll be on the camera eating Cheetos and shit.
Right.
Right? Or somebody have a bowl of Captain Crunch. You know when Captain Crunch come out, you know what the fuck Captain Crunch with berries. If you
Robin,
see that, you know.
I ain't got no saliva in my mouth.
Exactly. Your shit is dry. Johnny said, my wife and I have multiple accounts, so she can have her money for herself and vice versa. Well, you should. It should be a joint account and your individual accounts. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a joint account or what I call a house account, right? Where we put our monies in to take care of the bills.
She had no idea what 420 was. She had to Google it.
Wait a minute, Theo. Oh my God. You really had to Google that? Are you serious? She Googled 420.
She sure did.
That's fucking cute.
That's your friend. That is your friend.
That is, I claim her. That's real cute, Theo. Nice. Well, anyway, y'all, you know me. I say, today, the positive thought, I'm not even going to linger on the positive thought today. I love this book, but today's reading, I agree with Zen. It was a bit cringy for me too. And I read the first sentence the first thing I said was that took me to a whole nother place.
I know, but as you went further, that's when I was just like, ooh, but I'm looking at it from a certain perspective, which I shouldn't. But no, I mean, I guess it says a lot about us, right? And how we think.
It does. And I said, for me, I think the reason I went there is because some of these guys during sex, they be like, "Call me daddy," and you forget that daddy is really, your father-daughter relationship. It's become like this sex thing, this play thing during sex, this play thing. So when I'm reading it and they're constantly saying, "Daddy, talk to me," and "Daddy," I'm like, the fuck? I'm kind of feeling a little dirty right now reading that, right? But it does say a lot.
Well, all right, just real quick before we go. So think about the Bruce Springsteen song, I'm on Fire. And it starts out, "Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go out and leave you all alone? I got a strange desire. I'm on fire." Like, it's just like, okay, what are we talking about here, right?
What about the Elvis Presley song when he was singing about the little girl?
Well, look, I don't know that song.
Yes, you do. They were talking about it the other day. The thing, I don't remember the name of the song. Y'all know that Elvis song when he was singing to that little girl in the it was in a movie and he was singing to the little girl and holding her hand, and the song he was singing to her. It was in Elvis Presley, one of them old throwback Elvis Presley movies. Now I'm gonna have to research it and find it and send it to y'all. But they sang songs like that. They, you know what I'm saying? And they still do. And we don't be paying attention to the words of these songs. But that's a good point. I never knew those were the words.
Let me see here. Oh, and by the way, that boy was interviewed with the Dalai Lama.
What'd he say?
He said it was amazing to meet His Holiness, and I think it's a great experience to meet with someone with so much positive energy.
Okay.
And he said it's a really nice feeling to meet him, and you get a lot of positive energy, not just like that, but once you get the positive energy, I think you're happier and it's a better thing. You smile a lot more. So he didn't even focus on that stuff, right?
He got a positive experience from it. So that's good. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, that's cool. I love that. Thank you for sharing that with us then, because that's good to know. I appreciate you. All right. Anyway, I'm hopping, y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day. I just want to say, remember to be positive. All right. Speak love first. Speak love to yourself. Hey, Dorothy. All right. Oh, the left hand is itching. Left hand, if you are giving away money, and right hand, you will be receiving. Left hand itching means you're giving away money. Right hand means you're receiving money. So, Johnny, that means you got to pay your bills today. The fuck?
Or just go wash your hands.
Don't go wash your hands. Like
you probably touched a doorknob and didn't wash your hands.
Probably. Probably. Or it's itching because you know you at work and you want to really slap the fuck out of that boss bitch that you
Right.
reported to. It could be that too. Maybe it's like a slap itch. All right. But y'all, I'm leaving. I'm gonna give y'all the positive vibes for today. But today is Thursday. Y'all know what tomorrow is, Freestyle Friday. I don't know what we talking about tomorrow, but I do have some. I was reading the AARP magazine, not at my house, even though I am gonna sign up for AARP. Don't judge me. But I was, with my boo, and he had the AARP magazine, and I read a couple of interesting things. One thing I'm gonna leave y'all with is the EEOC right now is working on monitoring and controlling, right? Well, not necessarily controlling, but making sure companies are getting the proper education, right? Because what companies are doing now is they are using AIs, right, to vet through applications. So, like when you apply for a job, this is in the AARP magazine. This is something that EEOC has flagged. So this is good information. Companies are using AIs to vet through resumes, and they're scanning on age and different things like that. And there's age discrimination going on because they are pulling out those that are of a certain age and above, and they're not taking those applications. So this was flagged in the EEOC, and one of the things that they're doing is they're going around, those mandatory classes we always have to take. So that's a part of the educational process, right? So there's going to be educational education that's supposed to be provided to these corporate companies to make sure that they are not abusing or misusing these AIs. Okay. And so it's just very interesting that, movies like I, Robot and different things like that had come out years ago. And as we continue to progress in society, we see that, computers and things are being leveraged more and more to take over the human intervention, right? And these AIs are being written and pushed out there to do the work that humans used to do before. Right. And how some of these companies, based on the EEOC write up, is getting around following some of the protocols is using these AIs and acting ignorant.
Well,
going
look,
on.
That whole ChatGPT thing, right? So when that first started coming
Hey,
out,
little girl. Thank you, Miss Shelley. That's the song by Elvis Presley. Thank you. Hey, little girl. Y'all listen to that song by Elvis Presley. So go ahead.
Anyway, when ChatGPT started coming out and people talking about that stuff, that AI is supposed to create basically content for you, right? You give it something and it'll come up with a thing. Well, the stuff that it was coming up with was discriminatory, like racist, like saying all these nasty things. And it's just like, oh shit, like this is an artificial intelligence, right? Not supposed to have that kind of lens, but it does. Wonder why.
Exactly. And so I was so intrigued when I read that in the AARP, because I said, oh shit, the EEOC is on top of this, because these AIs are coming out, like even with the musicians right now. The musicians are coming out and they're having issues with AIs because they're using AIs to remix music.
Yeah.
And they're putting it out, right? And so this is how people are getting around some stuff. So I just thought that was interesting to share here, guys. So as you're out there applying for jobs, know that if you're not being called back and you're scratching your head and you wondering, they could be using an AI to, we already know that there was programs word scanning, right, to see what skill set you have, but now they're scanning based on age, maybe race, because sometimes y'all answer that question, are you Black, are you Hispanic, or you prefer not to answer, they might search on that too. So this is just an FYI. Keep your eyes open, all right, because the times are constantly changing. And think about for those that are raising children in their households, right, when their kids are starting to ask, what career do I need to go into? Think about where we are going, which direction we are moving towards, right? Pick a career that's sustaining, because right now there's a lot of shit that's being replaced by AIs. All right. So I'm just putting that out there, guys. You know, we got to keep ourselves educated. And that AARP magazine is on top. There's 3 stories that I want to read to y'all tomorrow of criminals that they have captured in New Jersey. And when I read them, I was like, wow, this shit really be happening out here. So I'm going to share that with y'all tomorrow. I need to pull them up and be able to print it so I can read it. All right. Thank you, Valerie. Yes, if you join me on IG, give me the hearts. I know the IG folks all left because we on here and this is 10:47. It's almost 11 o'clock. We've been on here since 8 o'clock, y'all. And the YouTube folks are still hanging on. Some of y'all, half of y'all left because I had like 13 or 14 people over here. Did you hear about the AI that's calling your phone and not saying anything? When you answer to get your voice so that they can make a recording of you? Nope. I didn't even hear about that.
Mm-mm. I don't even answer calls. I don't know the number.
I don't either.
Leave a message.
Now, right? And the only reason why I answered that call from my watch was because it said Lincoln of Wayne. If it don't tell me who it is, it go right to voicemail. Then I go, if they leave me a voicemail and it's somebody legitimate, I call them back. That's how I do it.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Need to have a hand skill that AI can't do. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Or get into
trade.
Yeah.
Trades. Yeah. Trade. Carpenter, welder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plumber.
Yeah.
Electrician.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All sorts of stuff.
You can't say lawyer because they're creating robots to be lawyers now.
It's not there yet.
It's not there yet, but still. I'm just saying.
I don't know if that would ever be. Because there's so much inflection that goes into trying someone.
Exactly. But think about the movies that we were out. RoboCop.
Mm-hmm.
All these shits. Right? You hear that they may, in some places, they got robots that they are testing to be like police officers. No. They're doing a lot of shit behind the scenes, y'all. Okay? So, I mean, Johnny said get a CDL license. That's another good one. You can own a trucking company. That's always going to be good. Nurses. That's a good one.
Occupational therapy, physical therapy. Yeah.
That's a good one. Those are good ones. Yeah.
A friend of mine is a doctor in occupational therapy. She's also a professor at Stockton College.
And they can do both. That's a good one. That's a good one. You know, even though in the medical field, they're not cutting you open like they used to, they're using robotics and stuff like that to do surgeries, right? You still need the doctor. Right? Because the doctor is controlling the arms of the robot. And so you still need the doctor. So that's a good one. Johnny said but I don't think they're going to use self-driving. Well, they are developing self-driving vehicles. Like Amazon has self-driving vehicles, but I don't think they would do that for cross country. But you never know, right? But I know Amazon has self-driving vehicles that they're testing and drones and shit that they're testing to drop off your packages and stuff like that to eliminate having physical people do it. But you think they would do that with the 18-wheelers and shit? I don't know. But anyway, y'all, I'm the fuck out. I got a job, y'all, and I be nervous at work already, and so I know I need to go to work. But anyway, y'all, I love y'all, and I'm gonna send y'all out with some positive vibes. Rich, you know I love you. Thanks for joining me. You know
what? Later.
Even when you low, you can still what?
Go.
You get on my nerve. You still go. I never answer to no, man. I still go, and I don't, y'all. This is Coffee with Friends, and I'm Lord to Evo. I love y'all. Always move in love. Love yourself first. and you'll be able to love others in a more healthier way. All right, and with that, I'm out, y'all. Peace. I've been doing shit my way on the highway. Hey.
Driveway is a nice way.
What?
It's a grind through a climb, I invite pain.
Hey.
Never in the bitch, nah, I don't complain.
What?
Just gotta put the switch and you can go and obtain
Anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient.
it's belief.
Hey,
They'll see
with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. What? Even when you feel low, you can still what?
even when you feel slow.
You can still, hey.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
I never answer to no, man, I still go. Peace, y'all. I'm out.
Go, go, go.